As the sun sets low in the sky with summer temperatures breaking ever so slightly, we once again gather on the banks of the Tauga Creek under the Friday night lights of Stanley Jensen Stadium for another season of Prattville Lions football. Tonight, we write the first page of a new chapter in Lions football history called the Caleb Ross era. Good evening, Lion Nation, and welcome into Stanley Jensen Stadium for the 2018 season opener as our Prattville Lions square off against a familiar foe in the Foley Lions. I'm Will Barrett, joined by the best broadcast team in all of high school football, with the Millser at Master Control, our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett, and the only man ever to defeat Gary Kasparov in Deep Blue in back-to-back chess matches, our very own color analyst, Chip Powell. Chip, it's a new day for Prattville football with Caleb Ross now at the helm. A lot of expectations and cautious optimism around this team as we welcome you into the broadcast right now. What are your initial impressions about this 2018 squad?
Well, really, Will, the biggest thing is just excitement. And, you know, people really don't know what to expect, but you've got the community talking. I mean, I hadn't been around the football team that much. I was at the coach's show last night. I was telling them last night I hadn't been around it that much, but the community's talking about it. So there's a lot of excitement going on, and I see the kids are pumped up. And anytime you have a change, you know, it gives hope. And so hopefully that'll show tonight.
Our Lion Nation football is powered by Brubaker of Prattville. Built Ram Tough and Prattville Strong, and by AutoSave Tire and Automotive, where Billy Lynham is committed to the best service and the best price. Chip, you had the privilege of driving one of those Ram trucks today, didn't you?
Oh, man. Hey, listen, I brought the brochure tonight so we can talk. But I did. I went by there at Brubaker and got the 2019 new Ram that they have, and it's a Laramie package. It has a power tailgate. You can hit a button, tailgate falls down. It's got ventilated seats, air-conditioned ventilated seats. It is like driving. It's got coil spring suspension. All the other trucks have leaf springs. It is the Cadillac of trucks. And, man, we get a chance to drive a different one every week. So tonight I'm in the Laramie four-wheel drive. When I drove in, people were bowing down.
Fantastic. Yeah. That is our official transportation of the Prattville Lions Network broadcast team. And speaking of the Prattville Lions Network broadcast team, we're going to go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett, who's standing by right now.
Hey, guys. How we
Coach.
doing?
What's up?
Fantastic.
Hey, Millser's telling me to back up. I can't get out here with the crowd.
Get a few more steps back. You're fine.
All right, how about right now? I know so I can get on television. Hey, I've got a special guest right here that I'm fixing to talk to, and we're going to clear something up right now. Steak and Shake. And tell them who rolled up through your window this night.
Coach Burnett, he always tells me, he's like, I always come through drive-thru, but you never see me. That's why I never come inside.
So anyway, but not just because I go see him almost every Tuesday night. You brought something for us tonight. Tell us what you brought up there in that press box.
So we have a total of our new prime burgers. There's the 6-ounce patty compared to our regular prime. So the Frisco Prime is the original Frisco melt that comes on sourdough bread, but it comes on a bun. Pretty good if you haven't tried it before with tomato. We brought 2 other original prime burgers, which come with lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mustard, mayo. And then we also have the white truffle as well. And then we also brought 2 triple burgers with no cheese. And then the cups of chili and then the fries. So I really hope they enjoyed everything.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's all gone. It's all gone.
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead and say that y'all can thank me later because I'm the Steak and Shake sideline reporter.
There you go.
Justin, we appreciate it. And, hey, we'll see you again in a couple more weeks.
Please bow your head.
And no doubt the Steak and Shake was awesome. We're going to pause momentarily for the invocation, break away for 30 seconds. Lion football continues. 3-minute break. Lions football continues after this.
For all that it offers. Please let there be good sportsmanship.
Chip, finally, we got an easy-go dealer.
Man, it's officially true. Prattville has it all.
Yeah, and it's not some just old fly-by-night operation or some dude selling golf carts under a shade tree. It's the real deal. Prattville Outdoors is a family business with 5 decades of service.
Let's go for a test drive.
That's a good idea.
Hey, man, I'm
Come on.
driving.
Why should you drive? I'm the voice. You're the sidekick.
Come see our new Easy Goes and all the other great outdoor stuff. Highway 82, west to Highway 14.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Hi, I'm Rob Smith with Brubaker of Prattville. Come on out today and see the all-new Wrangler JL. It's the most capable Wrangler ever, the most technologically advanced Wrangler ever, and the most aerodynamic Wrangler ever. Whether it's a 2-door, 4-door, Sahara, Sport, or Rubicon, come see us today at Brubaker of Prattville.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at brubakerofprattville.com.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium, Kevin Turner Field. We're counting down the kickoff of tonight's season opener, with the Foley Lions invading the jungle to take the field against our homestanding Prattville Lions. The Caleb Ross era begins with a bang tonight, with a big-time opponent coming in, a perennial playoff team, Foley, who's been rebuilding the last couple of years under Coach Tad Niblett. Now we're looking at what could be a real catfight tonight.
There's no doubt about it. They've always had athletes. You think of three guys in the NFL right now, Robert Lester, Julio Jones, DJ Fluker, you know, it came from this program. And you look at our program.
Julio Jones?
Yeah, I said Julio. Julio and Robert Lester, or I meant to say that anyway.
That's right.
DJ Fluker. Those three guys, and you look at our program, we don't have anybody in the NFL right now. So it tells you the talent that they have down there, and Niblett has got, you know, coaching genes. You know,
right.
They definitely know what they're doing down there. And what I've learned about Foley tonight is they, for the first time, they feel like they have a 7A size offensive line, which they're really, really excited about. And we found out that we don't have a 7A size offensive line.
No, if there's one thing that jumps off the roster to you about this Prattville offense, it would be the size of the offensive line.
Yeah.
However, Coach Ross feels confident about his guys on the offensive front. You know, he won a state championship at McGill-Tulane with an offensive line that was a bit smaller than the one we have now. So he knows how to scheme for something like this,
right.
knows how to plan around something like this. But the one thing that I think is going to carry the Lions this year is a very salty defense.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. You got to start with your first three, Rodney Thompson, Chris Bozeman, and Jason McKeithen. Those guys, three seniors. Three guys been around a long time. Of course, Bozeman was so dominant last year before he got injured.
Right.
Definitely the best defensive lineman we had last year until when he got hurt. But he's got to set the tone tonight. And you can see him. He's walking out on the field as a captain. He's a monster.
He's a very large man with ill intentions. I have him listed this year at 6'3", 305, and he is every bit of that.
Yeah, he will plug the middle for sure. Also,
another captain tonight you'll hear called a lot on defense is wearing number 7. That's Brandon Butts. Senior defensive back this year, listed at 5'7", 155, but plays like he's about 6 foot, 185.
Yeah, and let me tell you, if there's one thing Coach Ross inherited, he inherited a very senior-oriented defense. You look at the secondary is the one that has the least amount, and there's two that are seniors, but the linebackers are primarily seniors, the defensive line is seniors. So, yeah, it starts out on our defense. We got to set the tone tonight with our defensive line.
Prattville Lions captains tonight, Brandon Butts, Chris Bozeman, Skylar Henderson, and Chris Stathopoulos. They approach the midfield mark now. We're having our sideline mic reprogrammed at the moment. Back to you shortly. So we won't have the coin toss for tonight, but the captains are now approaching the center field stripe. Officials are going through the tosses. What does Prattville have to do tonight to get this win, Chip?
Well, defense. I mean, it's all going to boil around that because Foley's got a quarterback that is an athlete. He's not a precision passer. He's struggled in 7-on-7 throughout the summer. I watched him in pregame. He's not very polished. So we've got to attack him, get him frustrated, and I think we can do that. Our secondary, this is as good a secondary as we've had in a while. These guys are all experienced, and I'm talking about Brandon Butts, Keyshawn Pickett, Trey Thompson, Quan Jones. All those guys played a lot of ball, and I was so impressed last year with Trey Thompson as a sophomore, and this is his junior year. But our linebackers, we got just a ton of them that can play, and set the tone on defense. Their offensive line averages 260. Ours is 205. That's the difference. But like you said earlier, that's the where Caleb does a good job is getting an offensive line doing it. Of course, that means that Trey Edwards has got to he got to be quick on his feet, make quick decisions.
No doubt.
And the other thing, Foley is bringing all four of their secondary is returning. So a lot of experience there. They got some a defensive lineman number 90 is pretty tough. A linebacker number 10, they're expecting a lot of them too.
The Lions enter the field with their Restore the Roar banner. Cardinal home uniforms. Cardinal tops, Cardinal helmet with that chrome Power P that just pops in the sunlight right now. Black face mask and the white pants. And here comes Foley in their road whites with the gold and blue trim. And we are about ready for football. It is 83 degrees currently. It feels like 90 down on the field with a dead wind tonight. No wind, 70% humidity, and it is August football weather, no doubt.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see the Matt Malone era on offense and also the J.B. Wallace era on defense. Two great guys that Caleb was able to bring in, and I think you'll see a mixture of what Caleb runs and also Matt. Those guys really work good together, and that's the factor. We don't know right now. We do have some speed at wide receiver, especially
Malik.
I was trying to think of Malik Taylor Thompson is a hybrid type guy. He's a tight end / wide receiver kind of guy we got to go to.
Let's take it back down to the sideline reporter, Steak and Steak sideline reporter Donnie Burnett, standing by with a brand new microphone.
Hey, how about that?
You sound great.
I sound like Steve Perry, don't I?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Somebody stole our frequency. I had to reprogram.
All right. Well, hey, you did a great job, and I sound even better. But I know y'all did that on purpose to keep me from talking during the pregame show.
Yes. Yeah.
Will stole my thunder with the weather report.
I didn't think we'd get to you in time.
You know what? I'm just going to stand out here and talk about football when you guys get confused up there.
Well, it happens a lot. Well, Prattville will receive the opening kick. Foley will be kicking to Prattville. Prattville will be receiving. Will be going from our right to our left. Going deep for Prattville. Number 4, Malik Smith. Number 7, Brandon Butts. And number 5, Trey Edwards. And we're going to switch sides. The guy on the wrong side of the field. You'll see a couple of quarterbacks tonight. Trey Edwards will start at quarterback, but you'll see some of Kyle Kramer as well.
Actually, that's 6.
6.
It looked like 5.
Jaden Kidd.
Yeah.
Number 27.
Jaden Kidd is the projected starting running back for Prattville tonight. You'll see him a little bit. Junior, 5'11", 200 pounds, a good size.
Offensive line is going to be Stopoulos, Brett Cook, Levi Lowry, Carson Hughes, and Cordarius Hill.
Keep your eyes on Levi Lowry, number 66, a 9th grader, starting tonight. He's a big fella, 6 foot, 255 pounds.
He brings that 205 up.
He brings the
Other than that, it'd be like 180.
The kick from Foley's up and away, and the season is underway as it is fielded at the 10-yard line, out to the 15, 20 at the middle of the field, 25-30. Hit and dropped at the 34-yard line is Brandon Butts. And a great return to start the game for Prattville. They'll take it over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. just underway here.
Well, he was
in
a
Stanley
hair.
Jensen.
He was a hair away from breaking it. Brandon
he
can
was.
fly. He's a 4'4", 4'5" guy, and he had one more little crease. He might have been to the house there.
Trey Edwards on the field for the opening drive for the Lions tonight. Keandre Powell will flank him in the backfield to the left. Two receivers to either side, and now Powell goes out wide. And before the play gets off,
a little movement on the offensive line.
Yeah.
have some motion.
Got a little jumpy over there in the left guard spot.
We'll back it up 5, and we'll try it again. That'll put Prattville back to their own 30-yard line. Let's reset, make it a little more of a challenge at 1st and 15. Opening possession of the season here for the 2018 Prattville Lions. 1st and 15 they go. Same formation. One receiver to the near side, two to the far side. Powell flanking Edwards to the left. And I think we might have moved again.
Yep. Got a little jitters right here. Might be a good idea to just snap no sound, you know what I'm saying? Just to get the jitters out.
That's right.
Definitely.
That's right.
But, you know, I'm not so sure it wasn't a delayed snap there because every lineman moved but the center.
1st and 20, Lions from their own 25-yard line. Here's Edwards again from the shotgun. Ball's on the ground, picks it up at the 10, gets out of trouble out to the 15. Edwards is going to have to get out of bounds, and he won't make it. He does it out to the 16-yard line, drop for another 4-yard loss. Just mishandled snap, mishandled exchange there between Powell and Edwards.
Yeah, from what it looked like down here, neither one of them wanted it. I think Trey tried to give it, and
2nd down and 21 now for the Lions. Not a great start so far. They're back to their own 18-yard line on the drive that started at the 35. Now here's his gift to Powell, and Powell charges up the middle across the 20 out to the 22-yard line. He'll pick up about 4 yards to bring up 3rd and very long, 3rd and about 21.
You know, it's interesting to see Foley's lining up in a 3-man front, and they're standing up. They're not even in a down position, so that kind of gives your offensive lineman a little not sure where they're going. Let's see if they'll do it again.
3rd down and 22 for the Lions from their own 23-yard line. Just underway here, 10:44 to play, opening quarter, no score. Edwards drops back to pass. Got a little bit of time, steps out of some pressure, and now fires downfield. He's got a man down there. It's Thompson. Thompson makes the catch at the 35-30, pushed out of bounds, still on his feet. He's rolling, rumbling, stumbling down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. It's a big pass and catch from Trey Edwards to Taylor Thompson, and the Lions are in business.
That was just perfection right there. Trey held it, let Taylor break open, and Taylor did a great job coming across the field trying to help him out. Hit him right on the money, almost took it to the house.
It's 1st and 10 Lions at the Foley 13-yard line. Edwards, shotgun snap again. And now he's got it, and the give is going to be to Powell. Powell up the middle. About to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more, but nothing much there. The line was stuffed.
And we might have got away with a little motion then.
Probably so.
Powell in the backfield kind of twitched a little bit before the snap, but we still got a little bit of these jitters we got to get out here.
2nd and about 9.5 for the Lions from just outside the Foley 12-yard line. 9:50 to play, opening quarter, opening drive. And here's Powell again around the right side, and he's tripped up. Had a little crease, 24 for Foley. Cole Parker closed the gap at the 11-yard line, and a potential touchdown taken off the board and goes for minimal gain. 3rd down and 8 at the Foley 11.
No doubt that was a good open field tackle by Parker, and that's going to be 6 points there.
3rd down and 8 for the Prattville Lions at the Foley 11-yard line. Edwards drops back to pass. Looking downfield, now fires short at the 10-5. It's Jalen Kidd who goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. 9:12 to play in the opening quarter, and the Lions strike first. They lead the Foley Lions 6-0 on a beautiful 8-yard pitch and catch from Trey Edwards to Jalen Kidd.
Yeah, just a little screen out to the side there. You know, you rarely see that down this low near the end zone, but a perfect call by Matt Malone right there to get the touchdown for the Lions.
On for the point after is Tylen Pirine, as they're going to close this gate here shortly. They're going to go for two. They're going to go for two. The 3-yard line. He goes into the end zone. The holder, the snap to the holder, quick pass out to number 3, Ian Jackson, and the 2-point conversion is good. It's 8-zip, Prattville. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be right back after these words. Lion Nation football continues after this.
Who was it?
Beef steak franks and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Stadium 9:12 to play, opening quarter, and Prattville strikes first. 8-0 is your score. Prattville over Foley. Your Sport Clips most valuable play of the scoring drive was a 60-yard pitch and catch to Taylor Thompson from Trey Edwards. No appointment needed to Sport Clips. The Sport Clips MVP experience includes precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, and the legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in Prattville and for a Target on Legends Parkway. We want to say hello to Darren McMichael of the Mobile Police Department and class of 1989, who is a former player here and watching us tonight on YouTube Live. Thank you for watching, Darren. Thank you for your support of Prattville Lions football, and thank you for playing here and being an alumni, and for your service. P. Ryan now kicks off for our Lions, going from right to left. High end over end kick, fielded at the 2-yard line by the Foley Lions on the far hash. Cut back to the outside, inside the 25-yard line, hit and dropped back at the 22.
Looked like the first man on the tackle was number 30, I can't get the number, 32, I believe.
That is Zach Berner, middle linebacker. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Hey, guys, that's how you start off a drive.
Yes.
Couple of penalties, big play, and I got to give some that was Keyshawn McGee, number 3.
Keyshawn McGee.
Yes, if that was Ian Jackson, he shrunk about 22 inches.
Well, there's 2 threes. We had to take a pick.
Yeah, I got you, baby.
Yeah. First down for Foley now. Here is the quarterback, Clint, and he gets it up to the middle, and no gain on the play. That salty defensive front shoves it down for no gain. Clint White is the quarterback for Foley.
Yeah, Bozeman just shut that down big time. And then on top of that, it looked like the middle linebacker, Jacob Howard, came in and made the finishing touch on him.
Second down and 9 for the Foley Lions from their own 24-yard line. 8:39 to play here in the opening quarter, and White takes a shotgun snap and pitches it out in the flats. A little bit of room to run. He's pushed out of bounds along that Foley boundary by number 1, Mason Taylor, out to the 28-yard line.
And the running back, we talked about him a little bit, and he's got a lot of speed. He's 5'8", 169. I believe it's Iverson Armstrong. Is that right?
That is correct, sir.
Yeah, and he showed some speed right there.
Third down and 5 for Foley at their own 28-yard line. 8-zip. Prattville leads at the moment. 8:30 to play. Opening quarter. White drops back to pass. Looking, has time now. Fires complete at the first down marker. It's going to be very close. He's knocked down to the 32.
Yeah, he got it.
Depending on the spot, and I believe he will have it by the narrowest of margins.
Number 99, Kyrie Davis, is coming in, checking in for Bozeman, giving him a breather.
First and 10 Foley at the Foley 34-yard line. Prattville now going into a 4-man front. White has 3 receivers out, and one of them falls over, and that's going to be 5 yards in favor of our Lions.
Yeah, it's nice to see the other team's got a few jitters in them as well. But
they're going to get Dalton Gideons over there, guilty of the motion before the snap.
We'll try to get all these guys in. We hadn't had a chance to talk with them really. Marlon Brantley is at corner along with Keyshawn Pickett. Safeties are Contavious Jones.
Here on 1st and 15, the give is to Armstrong up the middle, and he is hit at the line and falls forward for about 3 yards, maybe 4, out to the 33-yard line.
And right as I said, Contavious Jones makes the tackle right there.
There he is.
Trey Thompson also lined up at safety as well.
Contavious Jones, better known as Quan Jones. 2nd and 10 now for the Foley Lions at their own 34-yard line. 7:35 to play. Opening quarter. Prattville leads 8-zip here in the season opener. Foley's opening possession. Clint White gives it up to Armstrong again, and Armstrong pushes the pile forward for a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 8 at the Foley 36. And Iverson looks a little slow getting up. He might have tweaked something there, having to be helped up. That is a big, big, big Prattville defensive front with Bozeman, McKeithen, and Kyrie Davis and Rodney Thompson.
And Willie Willis.
Willie Willis.
At number 22 is on the field at linebacker now.
They are beastly individuals. 3rd and 7 for Foley. Ball at the Foley 37. White drops back to pass. He's under some pressure, steps out of pressure. He's going to have to try to run for it. Won't get there. Flags everywhere. And he's down at the 42-yard line, well shy of the first down, but let's see what the flag's all about.
Looks like it's going to be holding out here on the corner because it was way away from the play.
Well,
also a flag at midfield, away from where the defensive holding would have been.
Yeah.
As the refs discuss it, let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter for further analysis.
I think what you're going to have is an offensive hold and a defensive hold, but maybe not.
Personal foul is the call against the Lions.
Override all those other things.
Well, would have been a 4th down hold, now becomes a 1st down for Foley into Lions territory at the 43-yard line. 6:43 to play, and Foley now in Prattville territory for the first time tonight, trailing our Lions 8-zip here in Stanley Jensen Stadium. Beautiful crowd on hand tonight, big crowd, a lot of enthusiasm tonight. Everybody excited about this new look Prattville Lions football team. And here's White from the shotgun, drops back to pass, and he's under some pressure again. He's going to make a run for it, trying to tucks it and run it, and he's going to get out of bounds to the sideline. And I think we might have avoided 15 right there. Will McQuiston on the stop, but very enthusiastic stop near the boundary and flirted with another 15.
Well, I think they hit him in bounds, but the momentum
Just
carried way to
yeah.
almost to the fence. So I think it was a good non-call there by the officials.
The Prattville defensive front is just obliterating the Foley offensive line right now. 2nd down and 9 for Foley at the Prattville 41-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to play opening quarter. Prattville up 8-0, and here's a give on the end around to number 5 for Foley. He gets inside and down inside the 35 down to the 31-yard line is Dalton Gideons. He will have enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, did a little speed sweep. Looked like Willie Willis was going to get a hand on him, and he just couldn't catch him. And the thing I like what I'm seeing, we are rotating defensive linemen in and out.
We got an official heat timeout on
yeah,
the field,
we do.
And we'll take a timeout as well. 1 minute break. We're going to step aside for 1 minute and pay some bills. You're listening to Prattville Lions football on Dixie Country.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
See the Bates family, Jared, Barbara, or Mickey at Clinton Tractor.
Why would you spend $50,000 on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. We're in a heat timeout with 5:47 to play here in the opening quarter. Your score, Prattville 8, Foley 0. And Foley with a 1st and 10 at the Prattville 31-yard line. Back in action now as the referees blow us back into play. Here is Clint White from the shotgun for Foley. Fakes a pass and wants to go over the top. And he had Gideons there, but broken away beautifully. Knocked down by, is that B.B. Butts?
Yeah, it was. And, you know, they were man-to-man on the Twins out here to the side, and they had a safety over deep. But the safety kind of broke up too shallow. And if Brandon doesn't knock that down, that's going to be 6 because he had a little separation there. But good job, good vertical jump. He knocked that one away.
Boy, absolutely. 2nd down and 10 for Foley now at the Prattville 31. Prattville up 8-zip, 5:35 to play here, opening quarter. And here is White again. He's going to give it off to Armstrong, and Armstrong hit in the backfield and dropped for a good loss. Rodney Thompson levels the boom on Iverson Armstrong back at the 35-yard line. It's going to be a 4-yard loss and a 3rd and 14.
Yeah, I didn't see who. Somebody wrapped him up, and he got free, and Rodney Thompson just came in and clocked him, man. And I tell you what, he is a good-looking defensive end in that 3-man front. What do we list him at?
6'3", 235.
Yeah, he's a good. He can play some college ball.
3rd and 14 for Foley. Under 5 minutes to play, opening quarter. Ball at the Prattville 35-yard line. Prattville defense looking to make a stand right here on 3rd and 14. As White drops back into the shotgun, and he's just going to give it off to Armstrong. It's a double reverse. Here is Gideon trying to get to the edge, and Prattville meets him there, but he cuts back inside. He's got some room, breaks tackles across the 15, the 25 down to the 20-yard line, and does pick up his first down. 16-yard gain.
Gideon doesn't look that fast, but he's just got great vision, good cutting ability, and that's Rodney Thompson saved the touchdown right there.
You know, Prattville pursued back and covered, looked like they're going to make the stop, and he cuts back in, and you're right, just elusive. 1st and 10, Foley now at the Prattville 20-yard line. It held the ball for about 6 minutes now, 4:27 to play in the opening quarter. Prattville struck first. They lead 8-0. And now here's White from the shotgun for Foley once again. Sends a man in motion, drops back to pass. Looking downfield, still looking, firing for the end zone, incomplete.
Man,
incomplete along the far sideline.
What a great job on coverage right there. It was a wheel route from the tailback, and I believe it was Trey Thompson picked him up. And, you know, that's a hard route to cover, and he was in his hip pocket, man. What a fantastic play by Trey Thompson from the safety spot.
We talked earlier about the senior leadership in this defense, and it's showing right now. 2nd and 10 for Foley at the Prattville 20-yard line. 4:09 to play, opening quarter. Prattville staked to an 8-0 lead, but Foley has moved deep into Prattville territory. Going to test this defense early. 2nd down and 10. From the 20 they go. And now we've got what appears to be a timeout on Foley. Timeout Foley, and we'll step away as well. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Lions football continues after these words.
This is the brand new, totally redesigned 2019 Ram 1500. Beautiful new truck, rides like a dream. I have Laramies, I have Bighorns, I have Limiteds. Most have the Hemi V8s, 395 horsepower. Super nice vehicles. Come see Bobby Lowe here at Brubaker Pratt.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at BrubakerPrattville.com.
All schools and nonprofits qualify for fundraising fun at Launch Trampoline Park in Prattville. Check out the party packages at launchprattville.com and on Facebook. Dunk like a pro and raise money for your church or school. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline. Go to launchprattville.com and find out about toddler time on Wednesday and Saturday, Launch Fitness on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the biggest black light party ever, Launch Ignite, every Friday night. The ultimate.
There you go.
Gideon brought down by number 45, Cedric Daniels.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 2nd down, just ran by Foley. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 10 at the 20.
Cedric Daniels came up from his linebacker spot, made an outstanding tackle there, or it would have been a big gain. So good job by the junior linebacker.
3rd down and 10 for Foley from the Prattville 20-yard line. 3:37 to play in the opening quarter. Prattville nursing that 8-0 lead at the moment. Foley converted three third downs already on this drive and trying to convert a 4th as the officials move people off the ball.
Substitution called on Foley.
Illegal substitution is the call against the Foley lines, and that's going to back them up 5 and make a 3rd and 10 into a 3rd and 15 back at the Prattville 25-yard line.
Quan Jones checking back in at free safety. I really like this secondary. I think it's one of the best we've had in a long, long time.
Foley bringing everybody in tight. 2 receivers to the outside. Now 1 coming across the middle. Quick pass out, and it goes incomplete. They try to do a little misdirection play, a quick pass out to the flat, and it goes incomplete, and it's 4th down for Foley at the Prattville 25-yard line, 4th and 15.
Yeah, Keyshawn Pickett man-to-man, and they tried to do a little stop route, and Keyshawn Pickett was right there in him. I'm telling you, man, we got an opportunity. We can stay healthy. That's some good players out there, secondary, linebackers, defensive line, and we're getting a lot of rotation in. You see a lot of new kids coming in and staying fresh because it's humid out there.
Forrest Taylor comes on for Foley to attempt what will be a 41-yard field goal from the far hash. 3:12 to play, opening quarter. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it is blocked, and is on the ground. It is picked up. Still on the wall. It was kind of picked up. Beatty picks it up at the 50, on his feet at the 40, 35-30. Brandon Butts cuts it inside to the 20. Brandon Butts to the 10. Brandon Butts to the 5.
Wow.
He is in for the touchdown, but there is flags on the field.
Flags everywhere, and helmets and everything else.
But none of our helmets.
Nope. But if the helmet comes off, the play is stopped.
I'll tell you what that tells you about Brandon Butts, how fast he is, because he fumbled the ball for about 2 minutes, and he still picked it up and ran it in the end zone.
And why he's a defensive back.
Yeah, man. Fantastic. Boy. He was all over that.
He is a difference maker.
See what we have here.
I'm not even going to begin to try.
There's a flag back at the 18. There's a flag at the Foley 42, and they're trying to sort this mess out. 2:56 to play, and Prattville has blocked a 41-yard field goal attempt and continues to hold on this 8-0 lead. And everybody's looking at the white hat to see what's going to happen next.
Touchdown.
The touchdown will stand. It is a touchdown for Brandon Butts.
After the touchdown.
That is his second career touchdown. You remember a pick 6 last year?
Yeah.
And a fumble return this year.
Listen, he was back there so quick, Will. He almost took the snap. That was a fantastic play. He just got a great jump. The snap obviously was a little slow, and he jumped all over it. And, man, like you said, he had the ball trying to pick it up for 20 yards and still picked it up and took it to the house. That was a great play, man.
Absolutely the start Coach Ross wanted to this game. They lead Foley 14-0 with 2:56 to play in the opening quarter with a point after forthcoming.
Have we ever lost to Foley?
I don't think so, Chip.
You know, we get to meet, guys from other broadcast teams. There's not a finer group.
We did lose to Foley in the playoffs round 1 about 4 years ago.
We sure did. I remember that.
No, maybe it was about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It was a while back.
Yeah. I think it was a quarterback that got in trouble and didn't play. We had to start a 9th grader.
Right here on this field.
Yeah, that's right.
14-zip your score. P right on for the point after. As soon as they allow us to play this snap.
But what I was saying, Clark Stewart, who does the Foley network, has done it forever. Man, first-class guy, man.
First class all the way.
Every time we go to Foley, they treat us like kings down there.
It is red carpet because of Clark Stewart. You can Extreme Bowl tonight in Prattville at Bama Lanes after the game. Extreme Bowling happens every Friday and Saturday night from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. It includes unlimited bowling, shoe rental, and all the black light you can stand for $10, and you can't beat that. It's 4 hours of entertainment. That's $250 an hour. Come on, folks. Go see Bama Lanes tonight after the game.
How late do they stay open there?
2 a.m.
Good night.
Also has Battleground laser tag in there now. So if you get tired of bowling, you just go pick up your laser gun and go to town.
Man.
That's the place after the game tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Bama Lanes in Prattville. P Ryan on for the point after. Hold is down, and the kick is up, and it is clear into Autauga Creek and good with 2:56 to play in the opening quarter. Lines 15, Foley line 0. We're going to pause 30 seconds for station ID, and we'll be right back after these words.
Trampoline.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I'm Donnie Burnett, Athletic Director and Head Football Coach at Prattville Junior High School and the sideline reporter for the Prattville Lions Network. I'm here with
15-0. Prattville leads Foley on a blocked punt, recovered and returned by B.B. Butts.
Blocked field goal.
Blocked field goal.
There you go.
Yeah, 59 yards for the touchdown. And now Prattville with a 15-0 lead over the Foley Lions.
You know, you think about great start, but, you know, we did forget we had 2 motion penalties to start on the game.
We sure did.
But we have bounced back from that. So
Yes, without the need of an offense.
kudos to the coaches because, you know, when that kind of thing happens, you can fall apart early in the game, and they held it together, and, man.
And nothing gets a team riled up and fired up like a non-offensive touchdown.
Man, I'm telling you, that's
a
heartbreaking.
a kickoff return for a touchdown, a blocked punt, a blocked extra point. I mean, that just puts a dagger in your heart.
Yes, it does.
Hey, but let me tell you the biggest stat about Brandon Butts. 35 on his ACT.
That's large numbers.
Yes.
That cat is smart.
That's like scoring a 105. P. Ryan kicks it away, right to left. Short kick fielded back at the 11-yard line because of a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff, and it's brought out to the 35-yard line, 34, I should say. That's Gideon's again on the return, and he pays for it. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
As we're saying, an excellent way to start a football game. Long pass, blocked field goal attempt. Right now, a couple of people said Brandon Butts, player of the game. I'm like, I don't know. Right now, it could be that defense.
Yeah, Rodney Thompson's been a big
Rodney
part
Thompson's
too.
made a statement early.
Yeah.
There've been several right now. I also like the pass to Thompson. So
not too bad.
Hey, it's nice to have them to choose from, isn't it?
And we got 3 new defensive linemen in there
and
now.
we're early.
1st and 10, Foley from their own 34-yard line. White drops back to pass, looking downfield, under pressure. He just tosses it away, and this nearly picked off and returned the other way. Nearly picked off. Trey Thompson was right there.
Yeah, and that's another guy you can talk about. Trey Thompson's had a heck of a first quarter as well.
2nd down and 10 for Foley. And they got 3 new defensive linemen immediately. Pressure on the quarterback. 2nd and 10 from the 34 they go. 2:39 to play. 2:39 to play opening quarter. Prattville 15, Foley 0. White from the shotgun. Rolls his big running back out in the flats and passes out to him. And he's got it at the 40. On his feet at the 45. Stiff arms a man. Still on his feet across the 50. That is a big load for Foley right there. Number 34 on the carry. That is Kamaje Casey. Listed at 205. No.
Yeah. Well, we had a blown assignment there. Linebacker didn't follow the back out because there was nobody there. So I'd imagine Coach Wallace will correct that really quickly.
That is an incorrect statistic on Kamaje Casey. He is not 205. He is every bit of 240. And on 1st and 10 for Foley from the 45-yard line, there they go. Kamaje gets the carry again, but Will McQuiston right there on the defensive line, standing him up and dropping him for no gain. Brought down for about a 2-yard loss, I should say. Ball is snapped at the 50, stopped at the Foley 48. That's 2nd and 12 now for Foley, thanks to a 2-yard drop by Will McQuiston, number 72.
Yeah, Jack Moore came up from an outside linebacker spot and made a hit on him as well. So good job by that almost new defensive linebackers and the line.
2nd and 12 Foley from their own 48. Prattville up 15-0 late in the first quarter and had a delayed give off to Casey. And Casey again stopped for about a minimal gain of about 2 yards at the line, at the 50-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and about 9.5 coming up for Foley, right at midfield.
Yeah, Jacob Howard also 32. I don't have 30.
That's Burner, Zach Burner.
Yeah, Zach Burner on the tackle. They got him listed on the offensive side.
We got to get that fixed.
Yes.
3rd and 10 Foley from the 50-yard line. Minute 25 to play, opening quarter. Prattville leads at 15-0 on opening night of the 2018 season. And Clint White with 4 receivers in the set, 3 to the far side. And we're going to stop this play before it gets off. I'm not sure if we were cross sides or if there was some motion there.
No cross sides, man.
I think we might have been anticipating the snap. We shall see. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett, who's watching with intent eyes.
I saw a false start by the right guard. I don't know what you guys are watching.
You would have been,
I thought.
You would
I
have
said
been
there
correct.
was no cross sides, man.
You were correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's now 3rd and 20.
Hey, Donnie, while we got you, man, have you seen this many substitutions on defense?
I have never seen this many defense. I don't know. I know
Not
y'all
since
aren't
08.
trying to announce them all,
Yeah.
Because you can't. They're running in 7, 8 at a time. And I haven't seen a drop-off yet.
No, sure hadn't.
3rd and 15 for the Foley Lions from their own 45-yard line. 4 receivers in the set now here. White rolls to the far side, looking downfield, and there's just not much there. He tosses it up, looking for Gideons, and it is incomplete along the Foley boundary at the 43-yard line of Prattville. And he is under intense pressure on every
Trey
snap.
Thompson was right in his face, and Skylar Henderson, I believe it's Skylar Henderson. Let me see, get that number. Yeah, Skylar Henderson almost intercepted that one. Great job by Trey Thompson.
Boy, Clint White is just running for his life right now under this pressure that Prattville's putting on him. BB Butts back at the 25-yard line to receive this punt. The Foley punter heels down at his own 31-yard line. 40 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Prattville 15, Foley 0. High snap goes over the head of the punter. He's rolling back for it. It's at the 10-yard line, and he's going to try to fall on it, and he does back at the 5-yard line, and Prattville will take over at the Foley 5-yard line on a very hard, very high snap. And Prattville with a chance to put 3 scores on the board in the first quarter here. 1st and goal at the Foley 6-yard line.
Well, that's why you always have a punter that's 6'5". I don't care if you can't punt or not, he can catch it.
6'5" or a crazy vertical.
That guy was 5'3".
Well,
yeah.
You kicked that thing out of the back of the end zone, and it only cost you 2 points.
Yeah, that's right.
I know he's been told that, but that don't go through your mind when you're running.
No, not when you can hear the footsteps behind you.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you were yelling, get on the ball, right, Donnie?
I wasn't yelling.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to count. He snapped that thing 43 yards.
That is a powerful snap.
Yeah.
1st and goal, Prattville from the Foley 6-yard line. 30 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Our guys are leading 15-0 right now. And we've got a
flag
stoppage in play.
Backfield. We've got too many players on the field.
Delay of game.
Delay of game.
Delay of game.
Okay.
We weren't expecting this, you know.
Yeah.
So 1st and 6. 1st and goal from the 6 becomes 1st and goal from the 11. And we'll try this again.
1st and goal from the 11.
Number 17 checking in, Jalen McCreary at wide receiver. 6'1", 180, a basketball player.
Yeah.
Turned football player this year.
Got a lot of potential.
Trey Edwards sends Kidd in motion, and Kidd's going to keep it and go down at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's one of the key guys we talked about for Foley was number 10. He's a big-time linebacker. Demarion Johnson listed at 5'11", 215. But he was one of the guys we'd been warned about. We got to get a hat on him.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. 5 seconds to play. They might not get this snap off. I don't think they will. Oh, they do get it. They do just get it off, or no, they don't. That's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Prattville 15, Foley 0. We're going to reset, take a 1-minute break. Lions football continues after these words.
Right at AutoSave Tire and Automotive. Mike, you got a special to tell us about.
Yes, sir. Kicking off this year, we're going to offer all Watauga County Board of Education employees a 10% off card to be delivered by next Monday so that they'll be able to come in and save 10% on any service that we offer.
AutoSave Tire and Automotives. 3 locations, Prattville, Wetumpka, and Montgomery. AutoSaveTire.net.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader.
Flip the sides of the field. 15-zip Prattville leads after an awesome first quarter display. Is now 2nd and goal Lions, Prattville Lions, from the Foley 17-yard line as we start the second quarter play. Trey Edwards with 5 receivers in the formation, 3 to the far side, 2 to the near side. And he drops back to pass, floods the secondary, and passes over the middle. Nearly intercepted by number 24, for Foley. Cole Parker, he's trying to hit Thompson out in the middle.
I tell you what, you're going to see already Matt Malone likes those screens. That was a middle screen coming from the slot where Taylor Thompson was going to go across. And it was just a little too much heat, a little too much traffic in there. But he likes those screens. Now we're in a trips formation.
We had a timeout on the field. Prattville calls a timeout. And we'll take a 1-minute timeout along with them. 11:54 to play in the second quarter. Prattville 15, Foley 0. Lions football continues after these words.
Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
Man, Chip, finally, we got an easy-go dealer.
Man, it's officially true. Prattville has it all.
Yeah, and it's not some just old fly-by-night operation or some dude selling golf carts under a shade tree. It's the real deal. Prattville Outdoors is a family business with 5 decades of service.
Let's go for a test drive.
That's a good idea.
Hey, man, I'm driving.
Why should you drive? I'm the voice. You're the sidekick.
Come see our new Easy Goes and all the other great outdoor stuff. Highway 82, west of Highway 14.
Third and goal here from the 17. Trey tosses it into the end zone, looking in the corner. Did he come down with it? Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down and goal from the 17-yard line. And on comes Tylen Pirine to attempt a 34-yard field goal.
Just threw a deep fade. I believe that was throwing to, I thought he had him, McCary, the basketball player we were talking about earlier. Is that right?
Jalen McCary, that's right.
Jalen McCary.
The All-State Good Hands field goal nets are up, and Pirine is on from right in the middle of the field to attempt a 35-yard field goal attempt. 11:47 to play, opening half. Lions 15, Foley 0. Snap, hold, and kick.
Long enough.
Plenty high, plenty long, and it's into the net. It's good with 11:39 to play in the opening half. Your score, Prattville 18, Foley 0. We'll take a 30-second break and continue after these words.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player. And you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
0. Pirine's 35-yard field goal gives Lions an 18-0 lead, and he kicks off here. Aha! Kick into the lights of Stanley Jensen. Fielded at the 4-yard line and dropped, rolling around at the 2. He's in trouble. The Foley return man's in trouble, and he's dropped at the 2-yard line. The ball is loose. It's in the end zone. Recovered by Prattville.
No, it's a safety. They got calling a safety.
Are they calling it a safety? It was recovered by Foley.
Yes.
Recovered by Foley. 2 more points for the Lions. It is now 20-0, and the Lions about to get the ball back again. Well, Foley's miscues really hurting him right now. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett, who's there for the whole thing.
All right. The ball was fumbled into the end zone, and it is a safety.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
There you have it.
We knocked it out of him, knocked the ball loose at about the 2-yard line, and then I thought we had it, but then the Foley guy got it, and That's some award-winning journalism right here.
Absolutely.
Hey, listen.
Those lessons are really paying off, Donnie.
Our defense has scored, what is that now?
Defense has scored 9 points.
9 points.
9 points.
Or if you count the 2-point. Oh, that was our offense that got the extra point. Yeah, right.
Yep.
9 points by the defense, man.
Hey, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting a Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game, and we'll make the presentation at next Thursday night during the Coach Caleb Ross Show at Los Mayas Mexican Restaurant. Join us at Los Mayas Thursdays at 5:30. The great folks from Buffalo Rock will be on hand to present a plaque to our Player of the Week, along with a certificate from Sport Clips for one of those awesome MVP treatments. And we had a great turnout Thursday night at the Coach Ross Show at Los Mayas, didn't we?
Yeah, we sure did. And it's a great host.
Chris Britton.
They got a lot of good food, and Chris did a great job. And
you got to love Chris, right?
Oh, yeah, man. Got energy, young.
And the hair.
Yeah.
He's got good hair.
Great hair.
Great hair.
He
well, Foley,
got a sports clip.
He probably gets the MVP every time.
Yeah, that's right.
When you're an insurance man like he is, you have to.
Yes. And
keep up those.
Some insurance people don't have hair.
That's true. I feel sorry for those guys.
Yeah, I know it.
Present company excluded, of course. Foley kicks away at the 20-yard line on account of the safety. Fielded at the 25, 30, 35, and now to the 40-yard line with flags on the Foley side of the ball. That is
wow. You can see holding
Malik
better
Smith.
from this side.
Malik Smith on the return out to the Prattville 40-yard line, and we'll see what the flag's all about. Donnie, you say it's a hold?
I'm going to go, well, he may call it a block in the back, but I'm going to still go with holding.
You got it, man.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Man.
That's why you're the Steak and Shake Southern reporter.
Yeah.
It's a hold against the Prattville lines.
I've been doing this for a minute or two.
A couple minutes. Hey, when we get a chance, we'll tell you about Steak and Shake's breakfast menu. It is unbelievable. The best kept secret in all of Prattville's Steak and Shake breakfast.
How about 24 meals for $4?
You can't beat it. You can't beat it. 1st and 10 lines now from their own 30-yard line. Malik Smith goes in motion. Edwards drops. No, he gives it to Malik. Malik's got the ball across the 45, across the 50, and out of the Foley on the Foley boundary at the 46-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Malik's got a little different speed level than everybody else out there.
Yes, he does. That's his first touch of the game, and it goes for about 20 yards. Give him 25. They spotted at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 Prattville lines. I have to caveat that. From the 50, 11 minutes to play. Prattville up 20-0 over Foley. Edwards again rolls to his right. Going to have to go with it. Flag on the play. Back at the 45-yard line.
That's usually a hold.
That's holding as well.
Another hold against Prattville. The second hold in as many plays. Have to get that worked out before we get out of here tonight. As number 20, running back Keandre Powell checks out, and Jaden Kidd, number 6, checks in. All new running backs in the backfield this year, Chip. You're going to see a lot of Jaden Kidd. You're going to see Keandre Powell. You also see number 25, Brandon Briggs, a good bit. He hasn't had a touch yet, but the coaches are really high on this kid.
They like Jacarian Willis as well. Maybe a guy that'll come on as a season, but they're excited about him. But you're right, bunch of running backs for us this year.
1st and 10 lines, 1st and 20 lines at the 36. And this is just going to be Kidd up the middle, but he breaks free to the outside. Kidd to the 40. Kidd still on his feet. Oh, is it Trey? Yeah, it's 5 and 6. It looks so much alike. Out to the 47-yard line. Trey scampers for a solid 11 yards. Makes up a lot of that holding. And it's going to be 2nd down and 13 at the Prattville 47-yard line.
Yeah, it was just that little read play there, and they stuffed it. Foley stuffed it in the middle, and Trey was able to pull out and take it around the corner there and pick up some yardage.
2nd and 13 for Prattville from their own 47-yard line. 10:15 to play before the half. Good guys up 20-0. And here is Edwards back to pass. Throws a dart onto the near sideline, incomplete at the 45-yard line. Intended for number 18, Jordan Garland. In and out of his mitts. A little mustard on that pass, and he could not hold on to it.
Well, Foley's playing a man underneath and 2 deep safeties, so we got to figure out how to attack that. And it looked like Taylor Thompson was breaking free, but the safety came over the top, had him covered. But Maybe should have caught that one.
3rd and 13, Lions from their own 47. Edwards drops back to pass, looking downfield, and now firing deep. He wants it all. He's got a man down there, and it is incomplete. Malik Smith had it in his hands at the 20-yard line and could not hold on to it. And Prattville will likely be forced to punt.
Well, it was thrown a little wide, so I think what happened is Malik was trying to concentrate on keeping his feet in bounds and catching the ball at the same time, and it was so close. He just wasn't able to hang on to it. And I'm not sure he'd have been in bounds if he'd have caught it because he was right there on the sideline.
Right.
Well, you knew we were going to eventually have to punt.
It happens to everybody.
But it's just the first time.
There's one team
we're in
that
the
don't
second
punt.
quarter.
Yep.
So I'm okay with that.
If we just do it once, that's fine. P. Ryan Hill's down at his own 32-yard line, punts this one away, and it is a beautiful spiraling punt that takes a hop at the 5-yard line and goes into the end zone. What a huge punt by Ty P. Ryan.
50 yards, right?
He punted that in the air from the 32 from our 32. That's 18 to the 45. That's in the air for 63 yards.
Yeah,
it goes down.
It spiraled over.
Goes in the books as a 53-yard punt.
That's true.
Well, it's going to come out to the 20. So,
but we all know how far he kicked it.
We know he kicked it a long way to the point that I couldn't see it anymore.
It looked like one of those punting machines, you have thing was high and a tight spiral.
Tight spiral.
He didn't throw it, did he?
He might have.
I don't know.
9:44 to play before half. Prattville up 20-0 over Foley. Foley with the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, and here is White once again handing off to his big man Casey, and Najee Casey this time hitting the backfield and falls out of bounds along the Foley boundary after a minimal gain, maybe a yard.
Yeah, Mason Taylor was the main guy that came up and made a stop. I'm having a hard time because Mason was number 40 last year. You remember?
Yes, I do.
He's number 1 this year, and it's throwing me off. But also a great play by Ian Jackson coming up from his safety spot, and that's a guy we hadn't even mentioned yet. Ian Jackson's in the ball game.
2nd and 7 for Foley from their own 23-yard line after the 3-yard pickup by Casey. And here's White dropping back to pass, stepping out of pressure, and he's got some room to run. And he's going to run across the 30, 35 to the 40 before he's out of bounds along the Foley boundary at the 41-yard line.
Looked like Jacob Howard ran him out of bounds there for the Lions.
1st and 10 for Foley. Ball's marked at the 38-yard line. 20-0, Prattville on top. It's been all Prattville so far tonight. Foley trying to get on the board and so far unsuccessful in doing so. And White just throws it out to nobody in particular under a sea of humanity, under a sea of Cardinal, just had to get it away.
Well, Charles Gibson, 98, just checked into the game and made the play right there. So I tell you what, we talked about it, the rotation we have on defense. And, I hadn't seen Foley substitute anybody on defense, and Prattville is just constantly getting people in every play.
Absolutely. We've seen at least a rotation of 10 on the front line.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 for Foley from their own 38-yard line. 8:50 to play before the half. White puts a man in motion, and he's going to give him the ball, and he is stuffed in the backfield. And I mean, he is popped back at the 35-yard line. Like Mason Taylor.
Mason Taylor, an initial hit was
Willie.
Willis.
Yeah.
That was Willie. Hey, guys, I just got a text. I need to tell y'all Vic said, what's up, and it's 55 degrees in Fairbanks.
Was it summertime out there?
I don't know, man. He said he was eating a moose burger and chilling and watching the Prattville Lions.
Drinking a cup of crude oil.
And got his Auburn shirt on probably,
3rd and 15. Busted play for Foley. Prattville eats it up and sucks him down at the back of the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's going to be 4th and 15 for Foley. Back at their own 35-yard line.
I'd say at this point, J.B. Wallace has made a difference.
I would.
I don't want to give him too much credit too soon, but to this point, he's done fairly well.
I mean, yeah, okay. Absolutely impressive. J.B. Wallace and his assistants, including old new coach Tremaine Todd.
Yes.
B.B. Butts back to receive the punt from Foley. Low snap, and it is a bad, slow punt, and it is fielded by Butts at the 46-yard line. Just did get it off.
Yeah.
Low snap, slow snap, and the punt was high and not very deep.
Brandon
Folks,
West made an excellent catch there, too.
Spiller Furniture in downtown Prattville was proud to support the Lion Nation. Drop by Spiller and ask for credit.
Hey, listen, if you want a chance to see that new Dodge Ram truck outside 2019, it's outside behind the press box.
You
Got
can't
the
miss it.
sticker on it and everything.
It's the shiniest thing out there.
Four-wheel drive, crew cab. It is a nice truck from Brubaker here in Prattville.
7:24 to play before the half. Prattville up 20-0 and with the ball at their own 46, 1st and 10 as Malik Smith comes in motion.
Kramer
Drops back to pass, and he's going to launch one downfield. Got a man open, and it is caught at the 15-yard line and down at the 13.
How about that?
Great pass.
That was on the money right there, son.
Beautiful pass by Kyle Kramer.
First and 10 Lions at the 12. Defending number 35.
And keep in mind now, this is a Foley secondaries returning all 4 starters, so excellent pass right there by Kramer.
He just comes in and blows one down the field. 1st and 10, Prattville from the 12, and the give is to Kidd. And Kidd has stood up at the line and falls ahead for a couple to the 10-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Prattville from the 10-yard line of Foley. 6:53 to play here in the opening half. Prattville up 20-0 and looking for more.
Defending number 21, Adam Foley.
There you go.
2nd and 9, I should say, from the 11 of Foley go the lines. Jaden Kidd flanks Kramer. And Kramer's going to keep it. Kramer faked it to Kidd. He's going to keep it. Kramer inside the 5. Kramer looking for the pylon, and he throws in the end zone. Kramer from 9 yards out. Touchdown, Prattville. 6:13 to play, and Kramer's 9-yard run puts Prattville up 26-0. What a run. What a fake to Kidd, and then to pull it and run with it.
You know, people get labeled different things. Kramer is obviously labeled as a pro-style quarterback, but that time he made an excellent run, excellent cuts, took it in the end zone, showed some good quickness and speed there.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And when he's in at quarterback, it gives Trey Edwards a chance to get out in space.
Yeah, it sure does.
It gives a whole other dynamic to the offense. 6:17 to play, and Prattville's blown it wide open. It is 26-0 over Foley.
We want to say a lot about Caleb Van Coor. I think that's how you say it.
That is correct, sir.
He's the holder. You know, we didn't get a chance to get his name in earlier when he threw the pass for the two-point conversion, and he's done a great job. Caught a high snap earlier on I think it was the
field goal
attempt. Yeah, he did a good job. So we got to. And is that the Stathopoulos that is snapped? No, that's Kramer. Kramer snaps.
Yeah, Kramer snaps. Stathopoulos is on the line, but Kramer. Rare you see a quarterback that's a long snapper.
Yeah.
Van Coor holds, Kramer snaps, and P. Ryan set for the point after. Snap, hold, and kick. And it is up and good with 6:17 to play in the second quarter here at Stanley Jensen on opening night. It is 27-0 Prattville over Foley. We're going to take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
Hi, I'm Rob Smith with Brubaker of Prattville. Come on out today and see the all-new Wrangler JL. It's the most capable Wrangler ever, the most technologically advanced Wrangler ever, and the most aerodynamic Wrangler ever. Whether it's a 2-door, 4-door, Sahara, Sport, or Rubicon, come see us today at Brubaker of Prattville.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at brubakerofprattville.com.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway. And y'all enjoy the game tonight because tomorrow is Saturday, which means you probably have a project around the house that you've probably been putting off. The Russell Dewitt Center in Prattville is your friend. They got it all: construction, home repair, landscaping, hardware. Open tomorrow to make your honey-do list quick and easy.
Hey, I got a text. The Playing Possums are playing tomorrow night at Oak Tavern.
Those guys are awesome.
Wes Cahoon, and Wes wants to know why Donnie never supports him.
We'll have to find out right after this kick.
Yeah.
Tylen Pirine set to kick off again for the Lions. Going from our right to our left. This kick is high, and it is fielded at the 1-yard line and brought out right in the middle of the field to 10-15. And he will not get out to the 20. He's stopped at the 18-yard line.
And that's why we kick it to the 1.
Yep.
There you go.
He could kick it out of the back of the end zone if he wanted to.
That was Wyatt Willis on the tackle as well as Zachary Borner.
Hey, I'll tell you something about Russell Dewitt Center. They have the biggest straw hats that you could buy.
Big straw hats.
I'm talking about. We frequented them quite a bit this summer.
Hey, you just totally ignore the
On our
Playing
crew?
Possums.
I heard that
Look,
because
man.
of Russell Dewitt Center straw hats that melanoma has dropped 50% in Talker County.
Well,
over
let
the
me
last
tell you,
year.
Wes Cahoon of the Playing Possums has one of those. When he stands under it, it like shades the whole parking lot.
Absolutely it does, and that's why you need it. 1st and 10 here for the Lions of Foley at their own 18-yard line, and White wants to pass out into the flat. He's got it complete and stumbles out to the 26-yard line before he's stopped by that Prattville defense. Over there on the far side, Trey Thompson on the stop.
Look, I remember the Playing Possums when they were just the Playing Possum. So
A single possum.
The possum. But I have supported the Possums.
Hey, that's one of the jewels of Prattville right there, the Playing Possums.
They like to sing on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, and man, I'm tired when I get home. I don't know how Wes does it.
Rockers can go anytime. 2nd and 2 Foley at their own 27, and here's Casey with the give, and he's going to rumble and carry a few defenders to a first down across the 30-yard line and out of bounds along the Foley boundary. That is a big, big running
Man, I'm
back.
telling
I'd
you.
like to have the true statistics on him.
And it took quite a few to knock him down. I think Will McQuiston maybe was the last guy on him to finally get him out of bounds.
Maybe we should start calling him Ironhead Casey.
Yeah, he looks like it.
He runs like Craig Hayward out there. 1st and 10, Foley from their own 32-yard line, 5:13 to play in the second quarter. Prattville up 27-0. And here's a dead ball. Going to have a little more motion, I think.
That rotation's keeping Jason McKeithen checking back in on that defensive front.
Absolutely. And McKeithen's a big guy in himself. That is a big fella out there, number 91. First down and 15 now for Foley. Back at their own 27-yard line. Prattville leads at 27-0 with 5:16 to play in the second quarter. And here's White for Foley, loading up that shotgun once again. 4 receivers in the set. And play-action pass is not producing fruit yet. He's rolling out, looking for something to do, looking for something to throw it to, and he just drills it out of bounds. He was about to meet his maker as McKeithen was bearing down on him.
Nice catch by Coach Granger Shook.
Granger Shook made that catch.
Granger Shook made that catch about 6
They
yards
need to
out
check
of
the
bounds.
ball for pressure because he could deflate the ball with his bare hands. Did you know that?
That guy's something.
He is an animal.
Hey, y'all got any scores up there?
I got Prattville 27, Foley 0.
That's about the only one that matters. Appreciate it.
I don't have any others at the moment, but I'm sure they'll be coming in a little bit. Probably at the end of halftime, we'll get some results up here, some halftime scores from around the region. As there are several good games kicking off tonight in the season openers for schools around the region. Of course, Prattville ranked 14th in the region if you read the Montgomery Advertiser.
In the region. Yeah.
In the River region.
River,
14th in the River region out of 32 schools. So, go check that article out if you want some reading material.
That means we'd be about number 34 in our region.
If you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
2nd and 15 for Foley at their own 27-yard line. And White is just jumped again by the Prattville defensive front, and he's going to get about maybe 2 or 3 yards and nothing more. third and behind the chains for Foley once again.
White for about 3 yards.
Boy, just a host of Lions in on the tackle there. Checking in at linebacker right now is Jack Moore.
4:43 clock on the move here in the opening half. Prattville 27, Foley 0. And aside from an opening drive, Chip, Foley has not mustered much on offense at all. They've got a 3rd and 13 at their own 30-yard line. And a fresh set of Prattville defenders waiting to pounce on them. And here comes White dropping back to pass, and he's still dropping it. And as he just about gets dropped, but he gets the ball away just in time, throwing it away, begging for mercy. It's going to be 4th and 12 for Foley back at the 30.
Outstanding. Trying to pick up the number, Donnie. You see that? Who that was?
Was that McQuiston?
No, it was 98 again.
98. That's Charles Gibson.
That's Charlie Gibson.
Yeah.
6'1", 215 pounds. Charlie Gibson was
Charlie
closing
Gibson.
fast.
Charlie Gibson was an offensive lineman when he played for us.
Got a score from, is it Cranton Bowl, 20-7, Lee over Park Crossing.
How about Stanhope is up over Chilton County right now?
I wonder how Auburn's doing against Central Hayneville tonight. Or Wilcox Central. Wilcox Central.
I'm sure they're struggling.
Wilcox Central. Okay. Anyway, 4th and 12. And here's another short punt from Foley. Very short end-over-end punt. It takes a Foley roll across Prattville, into Prattville territory at the 37-yard line before it comes to a stop. 4:03 to play in the opening half. Prattville 27 and Foley 0. We want to remind you folks that Prattville finally has an easy go dealer, which includes all the incredible Textron outdoor RUVs. We got to drive one of those the other day.
Yeah, we did, man. We got no argument, though.
Because you wanted to drive, because you
right.
get to do everything. It's Prattville Outdoors on Highway 82. Let Ed and Frank know you appreciate the sponsorship of Prattville Football and Dixie Country and Prattville Live YouTube channel. And I'm serious. That's right around the corner. I pass it every day on the way to work, and it is
and Ed, Frank,
fantastic.
good guys, man. You need to go just sit down and talk with them.
1st and 10, Prattville from their own 40-yard line. And here's a give that's going nowhere. Stopped in the backfield. Drop for a loss is number 20, Keandre Powell.
You know, if there's one negative we got in this game, our running game has not produced very much here. So that's something we've got to concentrate on, obviously. 42 checking in for Prattville.
He's listed nowhere on the roster. We'll have to get that number.
Yep. Don't have a 42 listed.
2nd and 15, Prattville from their own 37. And Edwards wants to throw it deep. He's got a man down there and just overthrows him just off the fingertips. Just off the fingertips at the 20-yard line of, is that Thompson?
See, Taylor Thompson. That Trey probably did about as good as he could do on that play. He was under heavy heat, held it as long as he could, and he just had to launch it and try to get some air. But if he'd got a little bit more air in it, Taylor might have taken that to the house there.
3:18 to play, opening half. 27 for Prattville, 0 for the visiting Foley Lions. And now Prattville with 3rd down and 13 to go. Ball at the 37-yard line of Prattville. If they want to put more points up before halftime, they're going to have to hustle to do it. And here's a quick pitch to Malik, and it is incomplete. I think Malik saw a little green grass ahead of him and was trying to run before he had it. But incomplete it goes, and Prattville will punt this one away. Back to Foley.
I tell you what, I do like the aggressiveness of Matt Malone on these screens. He's going to throw the side screen, the middle screen, and throw it to backs, receivers, and he really likes that. And that's a tough, tough play to defend, and that one would have gone a long way had Malik able to hold on to the ball.
P. Ryan heels down at his own 23-yard line, preparing to punt. Good snap by Kramer, and the punt is away by P. Ryan. Wobbly, end over end, out of bounds along the Prattville boundary. It's going to be good field position for Foley when they finally spot this. And they spot it at the Foley 33-yard line. 3:03 to play in the opening half. Prattville 27, Foley 0.
42, you were asking about number 42?
Yes.
That is Rian Wilson.
Oh, that's Rian Wilson. Okay.
That is Rian Wilson.
He's on the roster, but his number is not listed. It is now.
Yeah. You'd think his dad would make sure he was on the roster if he's one of the coaches, you know? You know?
You would think that, but, you know, he's not worried about that because Rian's on the other side of the ball.
Man, we Celebrity status in the press box, huh? Halftime guest coming up. Mystery guest.
We're going to talk about that here in just a minute. Great halftime show coming up for you. We'll talk about it as we approach in the next couple minutes. White drops back to pass for Foley. In some trouble. Steps out of pressure, and there's more pressure coming, and he's going to take the sack back at the 28-yard line. Just pressure after pressure after pressure. Waves of pressure by this Prattville defensive front.
Cedric Daniels from his linebacker spot. You know, he makes a play, and they take him out.
These guys are tough down here.
We got 37 players trying to get in there.
I'm telling you.
Foley now 2nd and 15 back at their own 28-yard line. Under 2.5 to play before halftime. Foley's going to put a stack 2 to the far side of the field, nothing to the near side. Now sends a man in motion coming across. Pass back, and it is caught and dropped. It's going to be a loss on the play. Dropped quickly by that Prattville defensive. Was that 10 again?
It was either Skylar Henderson or Ian Jackson.
Skylar Henderson. Very good. 3rd down and 17. Well, Prattville's defense has been susceptible to the screens over the last few years, but not tonight. 3rd and 17 now for Foley back at their own 26-yard line. 1:48 to go before halftime. And Foley is looking for any kind of spark of life here as Prattville defense has just swarmed him the whole half. White dropped back to pass again, and he's running for his life once again and just throws it up for nobody in particular. Incomplete. There was nobody within 20 yards in a white jersey. Several Cardinal jerseys around, but no white jerseys.
A backside outside linebacker who, man, has really made some plays. Charles Gibson, we ain't even talked about him, but he's put pressure, had 1 sack earlier, put pressure on the quarterback several times. He's had an outstanding game for a
All right, Butts
backup.
fixing to take this to the house.
We do want to remind you folks that the halftime show coming up is one you won't want to miss. Halftime show hosted by City Councilor Marcus Jackson, and tonight's halftime guest is the legend DeJuan Walker. You want to hear what he has to say.
Well, listen, if we had one Achilles heel back in those championship days, it was secondary coaching. But looks like we've got that fixed tonight.
Bounce snap, nearly blocked, but it just does get away, and BB will have no chance to return because it takes a horrible bounce for Foley and back to the 36-yard line of Foley where Prattville will take over. That was a net of about 9 yards, I believe, on that punt. 1:24 to play before halftime, and Prattville with a chance to tack on to what is already a 27-point lead. 27-0 is your score. I would remind you folks that Blue Ox Outfitters in Prattville is your one-stop shop for quality truck accessories. Blue Ox is the strength that drives the legend. Go see Jonathan Woodard at Blue Ox Outfitters and tell him we sent you. You'll be glad you did. 1st and 10 for the Prattville Lions at the Foley 36-yard line with 1:24 to play. Edwards back at quarterback, loads the shotgun. 3 receivers here to the far side, and it's going to be a give to Kidd to the near side, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And the clock will continue to run. They're going to mark him down for a loss of about 1. As you're right, Chip, that running game still yet to get any traction. But when you got 27 points on the board, it's a little bit overlooked. 2nd and 11 for Prattville at the Foley 37-yard line. Edwards drops the pass, looks downfield, fires intermediate, incomplete at the 25-yard line. Looking for Thompson. Skipped it up to him, and incomplete it goes.
Just a little short on that one. Taylor almost made the grab on it. Would have had the first down had he come up with it. But
it was a little bit low.
Yep.
Taylor's a big boy. It's hard to go down there and get him at your feet.
3rd and 11 for Prattville now. Ball is at the Foley 37-yard line. 50 seconds to go before halftime. Good guys lead 27-0 here in Stanley Jensen. And Edwards is going to give it off to Kidd again, and Kidd once again struggles to get to the line of scrimmage before he is dropped. That'll bring up 4th down for the Lions. And now do you punt or do you let P. Ryan try to rip it from here? This is within his range. This was to be a 54-yard attempt if they were to try it. And P. Ryan's good from 60 with proper motivation.
That would be into the wind.
What wind?
Look at the banners down there blowing.
I see one banner.
Okay, but you see one blowing.
There's a fan down there.
So there's wind.
Yeah, there you go.
Looks like they're going to try to go for it here in no man's land. Too close to punt.
We're going to let it run down. Just, guys, y'all relax.
You're going to quick kick it.
Watch this.
Nope, not even going to do that. And now we're going to.
Now we quick kick it. Short punt by Trey Edwards will eat up the half.
And it's over.
And the
All right,
half,
I'm gonna
we
try to
are
grab
at
Coach.
halftime. Our Steak and Shake reporter, with his finger on the pulse of football, is going to try to grab a hold of Coach Ross as we go into the locker room.
We got him right here, guys. Coach, pretty good looking first half. I don't want to say that your defense is playing top notch because your special teams are playing top notch, and offensively you've hit it for some really big plays.
We hit some big plays on offense, but we're not playing good football. I mean, we're just not. The score looks good, and we've had some big special team plays, and I'm proud of that. But we're not playing good football. We've had false starts. Man, we're struggling blocking them right now, and we're giving up some key positions right there, key plays. So we got a lot we got to work on.
All right, Coach, go get to work. All right, here you go. He's up 27-0, and he says we're not playing good. I like that.
I like the attitude.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
See the Bates family, Jared, Barbara, or Mickey at Clinton Tractor.
Why would you spend $50,000 on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
This is the brand new, totally redesigned 2019 Ram 1500. Beautiful new truck, rides like a dream. I have Laramies, I have Bighorns, I have Limiteds. Most have the Hemi V8s, 395 horsepower. Super nice vehicles. Come see Bobby Lowe here at Brubaker Prattville.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at BrubakerPrattville.com.
All schools and nonprofits qualify for fundraising fun at Launch Trampoline Park in Prattville. Check out the party packages at launchprattville.com and on Facebook. Dunk like a pro and raise money for your church or school. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline. Go to launchprattville.com and find out about toddler time on Wednesday and Saturday, Launch Fitness on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the biggest blacklight party ever, Launch Ignite, every Friday night. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I'm Donnie Burnett, Athletic Director and Head Football Coach at Prattville Junior High School and the Sideline Reporter for the Prattville Lions Network. I'm here with my friend Mike McBride at AutoSave Tire and Automotive. Mike, you got a special to tell us about.
Yes, sir. Kicking off this year, we're going to offer all Watauga County Board of Education employees a 10% off card to be delivered by next Monday so that they'll be able to come in and save 10% on any service that we offer.
AutoSave Tire and Automotives, 3 locations, Prattville, Wetumpka, and Montgomery. AutoSaveTire.net.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
How long? How long?
You got about 5 minutes.
5.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium and Kevin Gardner Field. The Prattville Lions holding a 27-0 lead here at halftime, and we've got a new segment this year hosted by City Councilman Marcus Jackson. Marcus, good to have you here with us, man.
I am very appreciative of you guys allowing me to be in your presence tonight and to be a part of this illustrious radio staff.
Hey, listen, it's amazing what this will do for your life, just being around us. I mean, it really is.
I'm already seeing the effects.
Listen, you see it right here. I mean, we got a celebrity up here, man. I mean, if we name all the former Troy defensive back, former defensive coordinator at Prattville High School in all the glory years. How many state championships we won with this guy as our coordinator, I don't know, but it was a lot of them. And then he's been the defensive back coach at South Alabama at UAB. And he's here with us tonight, DeJuan Walker. Coach, good to have you back, brother.
Good to be here. Good to be here. And I cannot pay you any more than I already have.
There's a lot of other former things you are, too. I didn't mention those. Anyway, man, it's good to have you here. And I want to kind of talk about a little bit first of Marcus and the outstanding job he's doing with the city, man. And been an outstanding, I think you're in your third year now?
Second year.
Man, just hear all kind of great things about you, and you work well with the mayor and the other councilmen. And if we can, talk a little bit about, just kind of maybe what's going on that we've seen recently with the city, things y'all are working on, and then we'll get to DeJuan here.
Okay. Yeah, it's my second year, and I have the gray hair to show for it. I contemplate every week if I should dye it or not, but I talk myself out of it every time. I'm trying to learn to embrace it. So
was it everything you thought it was going to be? You do have people pulling at you all the time.
Constantly, and I'm trying to learn to balance it. But you know what? I love it. Prattville has a lot of great things going on right now. We have a great mayor and a great council, and we all work well together, and the city is growing. We have a lot of businesses coming and a lot of new jobs, and Prattville has changed so much since I was a kid, and I mean, it's a great time to be here in the city of Prattville.
How about this crowd tonight too, man? I mean, that's big. It's a very, very nice crowd. Really wasn't sure what would happen, because our crowd had kind of diminished a little bit in the past, and guys are coming out excited, and it's fantastic to see this big crowd here tonight. But let's talk about this guy here.
Yes, sir.
He knows a little bit about defense. First of all, you know J.B. Wallace, and I want you to talk about J.B., our defensive coordinator, too. But I think he's outscored Foley 9-0 here.
That's exactly right.
On defense. So every time you do that, it's pretty good. But talk a little bit about, because I think J.B. played right at your time when you came in, I believe.
Definitely.
Yeah.
J.B. was actually a junior when we got here.
Okay.
And was able to coach him for a couple of years, and he still have that fire in him and that fight, but they're doing a really good job. He was.
Did you see that in him back then, that he would be this kind of coach and this kind of motivator type guy?
He was always one of those utility players. He wanted to play running back. He wanted to play linebacker, and Coach Clark had to almost ban him from offense because he always thought he was a running back. So, but he's that kind of coach. He always had fire in him, and we knew he would come home, and do a really good job. And Coach Ross has put a great staff together, brought some really guys back home that need to be here, and because you just work with an effort with so much more pride, and you're going to make sure the program no stone is left unturned, and that's what you're seeing tonight. I mean, it's you get one chance to show a first impression, and this is a really good first impression in front of a really good crowd.
Yeah. Again, we're speaking with former Prattville defensive coordinator DeJuan Walker and former UAB defensive back coach as well. And we wanted to get into what you're doing now, because it's interesting what you've got going along with your wife and the business you're in. But talk to us a little bit about how you kind of stepped away from football a little bit, and do you miss it?
You know, I don't know.
Truth, Coach.
Not August practices, do you?
Not a little bit. Not a little bit. I'm telling you, I pray for those guys every day that we have a little cloud and a little rain. But, you know, I don't know if I miss it. I miss the people. I miss the people. Yeah. You know, after you've played football since the age of 4 and been around the sport, you know, you kind of get full of it at some point. Yeah. But you can never, you know, step completely away from it. I've been fortunate and blessed to be around the game with rivals and all that they do with rivals in the Adidas 3 Stripe Series, and, you know, contracting with them and doing a little bit of that. So that scratches the itch, but you never get completely away from it.
Yeah. Well, Marcus, before we go back to DeJuan and kind of get into what he's doing, talk about the impact of what a good football program, and we saw it back there in DeJuan's days and Coach Clark's days, of the way it just kind of helps the economy and the school spirit and everything like that. I think you've seen it, but talk a little bit about what you've seen and what you've kind of seen as Coach Ross has come in and kind of lit a fire here.
Yeah, the excitement has been here since he got hired. We had a meet and greet for him up in the community center, and we had a great turnout. And I'm telling you, we get phone calls, and people are looking to come back to the city. They're interested in the schools. They're interested in the football program. And, I mean, it does a lot because football put us on the map. We're known for football.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone all over the country, and when I mention Prattville, they say football. I've gone to a couple of conferences, and the first thing people ask is, what happened to the football?
Yeah.
But they know that's what we're known for, and it's exciting to see people back. Tonight, I guess JB has a defense reminiscent of Coach Walker's defense back in 2006 and 2007 when Julio Jones, Coach Walker and that defense shut down Julio Jones in front of about 10,000 people that night.
Yeah.
Coach, what are your thoughts on what you're seeing tonight from this defense?
I tell you, they had to settle down, and the first game is always a tough game because, you know, they've had all summer and to drum up some plays that you haven't quite seen. So they're seeing some motions and formations, things that they haven't even worked on, and they're seeing it for the first time. So you never know what to expect the first time, but they are adjusting well and handling everything pretty well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to mention, too, your son is a sophomore on this team, Christian Walker, and I had the opportunity to kind of work out with him a little bit in the summer. He's in better shape than I am, Marcus. I don't know if y'all know that, but he could run circles around me.
Hey, and he will, and Coach, he will hit you. I had the opportunity of coaching him in the 8th grade. He will knock himself out.
Well, that's odd because, you know, I'd always heard DeJuan was soft and he didn't like to hit.
I think he got that from his mom.
That is no doubt.
I think Christian got that.
Without a doubt. He's enjoying the program. He loved all the coaches, and, I mean, he loved the game.
Yes, sir.
He's the ultimate team player, I would say, but he's loving it.
Yes, sir. He's a good kid. Coach, explain to us about this software program that you have that basically – made you give up being the defensive coordinator at UAB. You guys were there, you worked hard, you were away for a while, you were recruiting and put a lot of effort, and then when you guys get the program back, then you just walk away from being the defensive coordinator. I'm thinking this must be a very exciting software program that you have to get you to walk away.
And before we get into all this, we got to take a little break here, and we'll be back. But we're going to take a 4-minute break. We'll be back with Marcus Jackson, City Councilman Marcus Jackson, and DeJuan Walker will be back to talk about what he's doing now. Prattville leading 27-0. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
Man, Chip, finally. We got an E-Z-GO dealer. Man, it's officially true. Prattville has it all.
Yeah, and it's not some just old fly-by-night operation or some dude selling golf carts under a shade tree. It's the real deal. Prattville Outdoors is a family business with 5 decades of service.
Let's go for a test drive.
That's a good idea.
Hey, man, I'm
come
driving.
on. Why should you drive? I'm the voice, you're the sidekick.
Come see our new Easy Goes and all the other great outdoor stuff. Highway 82, west to Highway 14.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Hi, I'm Rob Smith with Brubaker of Prattville. Come on out today and see the all-new Wrangler JL. It's the most capable Wrangler ever, the most technologically advanced Wrangler ever, and the most aerodynamic Wrangler ever. Whether it's a 2-door, 4-door, Sahara, Sport, or Rubicon, come see us today at Brubaker of Prattville.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at brubakerofprattville.com.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Let DeJuan talk about it.
Yeah, Coach, I was asking before the break about your software program. You know, I figured it had to be something that you really believed in because it caused you to step away from being from the defensive coordinator job at UAB. I've had an opportunity to look at it, and it's really exciting. And can you explain to us how it's working?
Sure, definitely. The name of the program is HIED, HI.ED, Hyper Individualized Education Design. And that program has 5 different components. Number one is a web-based platform, so it can be utilized from any kind of mobile device. So wherever you are, your data can be there with you. The first component I'll talk about is the academic component. The academic component tracks graduation requirements.
Mm-hmm.
So as students, as the data is uploaded, students know exactly where they are as far as graduation credits, and they can track themselves. It's a detailed report, and what it does, it takes that transcript and it put it in such a way that's plain and simple, so parents, students, counselors, everyone can track, and it builds transparency. The next component is, and this is a big component, which is our NCAA component. That's the athletic component.
Yes, sir.
What it does, it tells you exactly where you are as far as NCAA eligibility. And this is for Division I, Division II, and it's for every sport. NCAA eligibility, it's the same for males and females.
Yes, sir.
It's the same across the board for every sport. And it's such a complicated deal, and that's the one I want to spend a little bit of time on.
Yes, sir.
As far as telling you the complication of it. Whenever you start talking about eligibility, you have to know for NCAA eligibility, number one, you have to know your core GPA. And it's not any core. It's the core that's on your 48H form. And you say, what is a 48H form?
right.
It's one of those forms that every school have to submit to the NCAA and say, hey, these are our courses. And they tell you these are the courses that can go towards eligibility.
Okay.
So it pulls that information for you. It also track your test scores.
Yes, sir.
ACT and SAT. Those scores can be super scored. What I mean when I say it's super scored, ACT have 2 different parts.
Yes.
You can take both parts, 4 parts. You can take all 4 parts, and no matter how many times you take the test, you can take an unlimited amount of time. You can take the highest one from each score. That's super scoring the test. It will stack those scores for you. This system does all of that for you. It puts it on the sliding scale for you. And the sliding scale is made up of your GPA, your core GPA, along with your test score.
Yes.
SAT or ACT. And the higher your GPA, the lower your test score can be. The higher that, it slides up and down that scale. Well, it ranks all of that for you.
Yeah.
And to keep it all simple, it color codes it all.
Yes.
So it tracks you starting in the 9th grade where you are.
And you provide this software for schools.
Yes,
and things.
this software is available for all students.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we have now over 63,000 schools loaded on the server.
Oh,
That's
wow.
every high school 9 through 12 in the United States.
What are the NCAA? Have you talked to them? What are their thoughts on this software?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. We actually had a couple of meetings with the NCAA in Indianapolis at the headquarters, and they're very excited about it. We're now actually looking at a partnership with the NCAA, and that is progressing pretty well. If we can get some of the other stuff that they have to deal with out of the way.
Yeah.
But they're pretty busy right now with a lot of that, which is, we had a standstill moment with that, but definitely looking at a possible partnership.
So basically this program is going to take out the guesswork, so it makes life easier for the counselors, for the parents, for the students, everything. You scan your transcript into this program, and it lets you know what all you need and where you're standing with the NCAA.
It's completely automated. Once this transcript is uploaded, students have to do nothing. All they do is track data.
Wow.
And once the information is uploaded, it automates everything and lets you know exactly where you are as far as eligibility is concerned.
Now, how many schools here in the state have this program, and have you talked with our local officials here at Talk County Board of Education about it?
We have met with them a couple of years ago. However, we have 18 schools in the state on it now.
Okay.
And it's a very hot topic right now as far as eligibility. For me, to have coached at the high school level, at the college level, you just see the need for this information to be in your hand.
Yes, sir.
And what we found as a college coach, that once a student get into their 12th grade years, when they really get excited about academics.
Yes.
And it's really too late.
Yes.
So the 9th grade year is really the year that we found that students find how far behind they are. But out of sight, out of mind, and they don't think about it until they have that college coach that comes in and offer a scholarship, and now it's time to get real about your academics, and obviously it's too late.
Okay, Coach. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Do you mind giving us your information where we can find out more, if there's a website, whatever we need to know?
Sure. Our website is hi.ed.walkerenterprisesala.com.
You go over that again. I'm trying to write it down. Let me write it down.
It's hi-ed.walkerenterprisesala.com. And you can find all the information there.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dwan, we appreciate it. Marcus, too. We appreciate y'all coming in here, and we got to get back to a break here. We're going to take a break. Oh, we're going to keep it here. I'm sorry. We're going to keep it here. We've got you for a few more minutes. The one thing I'm scared of. Okay, I'm sorry. Now I'm told we're going to have a break, so we're going to take a 1-minute break.
Okay, we're going to keep it right here, and then we're going to switch on back over to the broadcast crew because we're about to kick off. So we're going to get the guys back on here.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, and go Lions.
Thanks, guys.
You know, you leave somebody to do a job, and you try to tell him what to do, and he can't quite get it. We love Chip anyway. He's the best in business. He just couldn't quite get that instruction down. What a halftime show. That was an awesome halftime show. Honored to have DeJuan Walker here with us and Councilman Marcus Jackson, two guys that are instrumental to the Prattville program in the past and still today. Remind you folks that D&J Auto Plus, a great sponsor of this program. Phil and his staff specialize in great service, fast hydraulic hose repair for all you farmers out there in West Watauga County, and high-quality aftermarket parts. Don't go and buy yourself a brand new alternator from the provider. Get you an aftermarket alternator when it goes out. It's just as good, if not better, and D&J Auto Parts is the place to get it. Laser Copy in Prattville, Prattville's premier worldwide shipping company, as well as copy, print, and document services center. Large or small, black or white, or color, it can be printed at Laser Copy, can handle it. Second half about to get underway. Prattville kicking off to the Foley lines, going from our right to our left with a 27-0 huge lead to start the second half, and P. Ryan kicks this one away. Second half is underway, fielded at the 5-yard line by Gideons from Foley out to the 25-30, and he's in the open field, 35-40, down at the 44-yard line, and flags down.
What a fantastic open field tackle by Malik Smith. He saved a touchdown there.
That was P. Ryan, wasn't it?
Or P. Ryan, yes, it was.
Yeah.
Sure
I mean,
was.
That reminded me of a Brian Egan tackle
sure
right there.
Did. Yeah, you were talking about that earlier in the game, in the pregame, how awesome it is to have an athlete like P. Ryan at
My
kicker.
goodness.
He didn't just make the tackle; he made a Brian Egan tackle.
Yes, he did.
That's
pile
special.
driver.
Pile driver.
1st and 10 for Foley to start the third quarter of play at their own 44-yard line after the good return by Gideons. And here's White on the give to his running back Armstrong, Iverson Armstrong, and he's going to get about 3 yards across the 45 out to the 46, 47-yard line before he's stopped by that Prattville defensive front.
Well, that's one thing you got to know. This Prattville defense has got to be fresh. A lot of guys rotating in and out in that first half, and it's going to pay dividends this second half.
Second down and 7 here for Foley from their own 47-yard line, just underway here in the third quarter. And a quick pass out into the flats, and some room for Iverson Armstrong across the 45 of Prattville down to the 42-yard line. Enough for a first down for Foley. 14-yard gain for Iverson Armstrong.
Keyshawn Pickett took him out of bounds there.
1st and 10, Foley from the Prattville 42-yard line. Foley on the move to start the opening quarter of the second half. 11:09 to go in the third. 27-0, Prattville on top. Prattville trying to keep up the intensity of that first half, carry it on over and get us into the win column here to start the season. Here's White on the give to Casey. Casey hit at the line of scrimmage and pulled down for a 2-yard gain.
Will McQuiston there.
Will McQuiston. Number 72 in your program, listed at 6'2", 215 pounds. Junior Will McQuiston on the stop. Second down and 10 now for Foley.
You know what? I'm not sure that was him. That was, I saw a 2, and it was 32.
Zach Berner.
Zach Berner on the tackle.
Second and 7 for Foley from the Prattville 40-yard line. And here's the end-around give to Gideons. Looking for some room outside, cuts it back inside, and he squirts across the line of scrimmage for about a yard. He was about stopped for a 2-yard loss, but managed to get loose and squirt ahead for a minimal gain of about 2.
Well, Zach Berner again coming from his linebacker spot to wrap him up there and keep him from getting any further. But 2 outstanding plays in a row by Zach.
Of course, Zach Berner transfer from the state of Mississippi, came in for the spring game and has been a big contributor since his entrance into the Prattville program. 10 minutes here to play in the third quarter. Prattville up 27-0. 3rd and 7 for Foley from the Prattville 39-yard line. Foley with 2 receivers to the far side. White wants to pass and just flips it out, incomplete. He was, again, under some intense pressure and was just trying to get rid of it.
Looked like Rodney Thompson that time. You know, we called Rodney a lot early in the game, and then he got substituted so much that he didn't get opportunities.
Swallowed by the substitutions.
Yeah, when he gets back in there, he makes plays, though.
Foley now 4th down and 7. from the Prattville 39-yard line. They're going to go for it here. 9:50 to go, third quarter, 27-0, Prattville on top. Big play here to start the third quarter. Prattville defense looking to stiffen up and give the offense the ball back. White puts his troops out on the field, 3 receivers to the far side. One stacked in close to the near. Iverson Armstrong in the backfield with him. Drops back to pass, looking downfield, and he takes a sack back at the 45-yard line. Willie Willis, along with Cedric Daniels, lowers the boom on Clint White, and that is all for Foley on this drive. Prattville's offense takes over at their own 45-yard line. Let's take it down to Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett. Well, maybe we will and maybe we won't.
Hey, Willie Willis, came off that edge right there. He got held by his collar. Still made the play. What an outstanding jump he had off the edge there. And he's a guy that we were talking about last night at our coaches meeting. I got a chance to meet him. He's a good-looking young man and made an outstanding play right there.
1st and 10 Lions from their own 45-yard line. Prattville Lions with the ball now. A quick pitch out to number 21, incomplete. I was looking for his intended receiver, number 21, and that is Jameer Cromlin. Incomplete.
Looked like he might have had a play there if he could have got it a little lower and a little quicker out there. There was outstanding blocking by Thompson, and Malik Smith had good blocks going. Could have been a big play there.
Is that Jakarian Willis, number 21? Is that the one they were talking about? His number's not listed on the roster, but I believe he might be 21.
Maybe we'll check and see if we can get that.
Here on 2nd and 10, Edwards keeps it and gets a few yards ahead to cross the 45 out to the 47-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8 to go as we see Powell checking in now for Willis. Jakarian Willis, just a sophomore, but a really big upside on that kid.
Yeah, well, they talked about it as raw, but really expect big things out of him in his career here.
3rd and 8, Edwards drops back to pass, looking downfield, now firing, and it is caught along the Foley boundary. Incomplete. They say he was out of bounds when he caught it, looking for Taylor Thompson over there. Would have been a 1st down, but it goes for naught as he did not keep his feet in bounds, and now Prattville sends Kramer out onto the field. This will be 4th down and 8 and the punting situation for our Lions.
What we've seen so far tonight is Foley's really got one guy that looks like a game breaker, and, of course, he's back there returning this punt right now in Gideon's. Good cutting ability, good speed and quickness. He's the one guy, and he's back there deep now.
4th down and 8, Lions. P. Ryan heels down at his own 35, gets this punt away, and it is a nice towering punt that takes a Prattville bounce at the 15-yard line of Foley. Inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line and out of bounds. Nice punt by Talon P. Ryan. Puts Foley deep in their own territory to start their next drive. Let's take it down to Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Yeah, not the start that we were expecting to see, I'm guessing, after what we saw in the first half. But, wow, man, our defense is playing lights out right now.
Well, they're working on a shutout right now.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Got a new nose guard in, Jackson Morissette in it. That nose guard.
I would like to know how many people we played tonight on defense.
I know a guy down there that could probably tell you.
Yeah, I might
J.B. Wallace.
I might ask him. See if I can't come up with a number.
1st and 10 for the Foley Lions at their own 14-yard line. 8:42 to play in the third quarter. Prattville still leading 27-0. And here is a give inside to Armstrong. And he'll get across the 15 out to the 17-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards.
Well, like Taylor, also Jacob Howard in on the tackle for the Lions. 2 linebackers making the play there.
2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard pickup for Foley. Ball's at the 18-yard line. And here is White gives the ball off to Armstrong again and going nowhere. Maybe a yard gain right into the teeth of that Prattville defensive front. See number 22, Willie Willis, coming out from underneath that pile.
Yeah, looked like Morissette also kind of stuffed that play a good bit. Willie Willis has come on and made some outstanding plays this second half. He kind of plays that hybrid linebacker defensive end. He'll come down when we're in a 3-man, he'll come in and make it a 4-man front, but he can back off and play coverage as well.
3rd down and 4 for Foley at their own 20-yard line. White pitches out incomplete. Had him out in the screen, looking for the screen pass, and no, sir, incomplete it goes.
Yeah, Brandon Butts blew that up, and he has come up with
clutching his hand there.
Yeah.
4th and 4 in a punting situation here for Foley. Back there on 20-yard line. Let's see if Donnie Burnett, our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, can get an update on BB Butts' hand.
Okay, Andre Gary checking in for
I'm going to tell
BB
you,
Butts.
it's not his hand, it's his forearm, or it's his. We're going to look at him right now.
7:24 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Foley in a punting situation at their own 20-yard line. Prattville up 27-0. And looking to add on as Malik Willis is heels down at his own 50-yard line. And if the punting situation has been any indication for Foley thus far, this will likely be a short punt. I want to remind you folks that U.S. farm-raised catfish is the only kind of catfish you should ever eat. Look for the U.S. farm-raised label. If you're not eating U.S. farm-raised catfish, you got issues, man.
Man, I was looking at, during the halftime, I was looking at the live stream, and I got hungry looking at that fried catfish.
You know it's good if it's got that U.S. farm-raised label on it. So don't eat anything else. Seriously. Back in action here, the Foley punter heels down at his own 5-yard line. That's Taylor. Takes the snap and gets it away, and it is a line drive punt that's fielded on the run by Willis at the 30-yard line. Steps out of bounds at the Foley 29-yard line.
What an outstanding play. He came up, picked it up on the bounce, and got outside, contained there for just a moment, and was able to pick up, go down to the 29. Excellent field position for the Lions here.
And Prattville's been playing with good field position the whole game, it seems. It seems like the whole game has been on the Foley side of the field for the most part. Now with a great opportunity to sort of ice this game away with a touchdown.
Looks like Kramer's going to check in at quarterback now.
You are correct, sir. Kyle Kramer comes in.
Well, I would tell you to look for the pass, but you never know with Kramer now.
Not anymore. Now he
may pull it down and start running.
He showed a little wheels. He might have the longest rush tonight. 1st and 10 from the 29 of Foley. And here's Kramer on a quick pitch out to Willis. Willis turns the corner at the 25. Still on his feet, steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Tightrope in the sideline, Malik Willis.
Boy, Jaden Kidd laid a perfect block out there for him.
That was number 4.
Correct, Malik Willis.
Yeah, I was just talking about the block by Jaden Kidd.
I'm
free
sorry.
him up
I'm
there.
sorry.
Number 6 with outstanding block right there.
2nd down and 2 now for Prattville at the Foley 21-yard line. Kramer from the shotgun. Hands off to Kidd. Kidd across the left side. Kidd with a 1st down across the 20 down to the 16-yard line. Good hard run by Jaden Kidd. Picks up a Prattville 1st down at the Foley 16-yard line with 6:50 to play in the 3rd quarter. Prattville holding that 27-0 lead and looking for more here deep in Foley territory. They've entered the red zone. Now it's time to cash in as they go 1st and 10 from the Foley 16-yard line. Kramer sets Kidd to the right. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. And he gives it up to Kidd, and Kidd piles ahead across the 15 to the 14, 13-yard line before his forward progress is halted by the Foley defense.
Looks like this offensive line kind of came out with a little fire in them here, and you got to be proud of those guys because running game's starting to click here. So you want to give a shout out to those guys up front there, and that's Stathopoulos, Cook, Lowry, Hughes, and Hill. Those guys doing a great job.
2nd and 7, Kramer looking to pass, looking toward the end zone, fires toward the corner, looking for Thompson out there, reaches at the pylon, incomplete. A little bit overthrown.
I tell you what, though, excellent pass. I mean, he threw it where only one person could catch it. Of course, it would have taken somebody with about a 60-inch vertical to get that one, but nobody else could intercept it, so it was a good job by Kramer. He had a lot of pressure on him.
We got a heat timeout on the field, 5:55 to play. In the 3rd quarter, Prattville 27, Foley 0. We'll take a 1-minute break ourselves. Prattville Lions football continues after these words.
1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Okay, I'm at my last commercial. Gonna get ready to play the bumper.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 3rd and 7 goes incomplete for Kramer. Looking for Willis in the corner of the end zone again. Another incompletion, and now a 4th and 7 opportunity. Another field goal situation for Ty Pirine. From the 22-yard line, this will be a 32-yard attempt for Pirine. The hold and snap is good, and the kick is plenty high and plenty long off the locker rooms, and no good. Pushed it to the right. Lions 27, Foley 0, 5:35 to play in the third quarter. And we are another scoring opportunity missed right there. Not the show you wanted in the third quarter. It's definitely a tale of two halves with the offense so far. But like you said, Chip, the offensive line is showing some signs of life here in the second half.
Yeah, definitely a little improvement there, and that's what we need. I want to announce a food truck festival fundraiser for the Prattville Lion Wrestling Program. Tuesday, September 25th at Pratt Park, before and after homecoming parade, 5 to 10 p.m., featuring the music of Shackelford Lane and great food from a variety of vendors. So if you can, go down there and support the wrestling program. And got a new coach this year, so looking for some exciting things in the wrestling program.
1st and 10, Foley from their own 20-yard line. White hands off to the big man, Casey. And Casey fighting for yardage across the 25 to the 26-yard line. He'll pick up 6 yards before he's pushed out of bounds along the Prattville boundary.
Yeah, it was Taylor right there with Mason Taylor. An outstanding play. It's hard to get that big man down by yourself. He did a great job there.
I just got a text that says, when you can't be in the jungle on Friday night, it sure is nice to be able to watch it on Prattville Alive.
There you go, baby.
That would be from Erin Burnett, too, who said her dad's commercial was the best.
Of course it was. Here's Casey on a 2nd down carry, and he is smacked in the backfield.
And who was that?
Dropped.
That had to have been Taylor again, back-to-back plays.
Yes, it was.
Mason Taylor, great job. Hey, Rob Elsey, former Lion, is listening to us down in Mobile along with his mother, Tammy.
How about Rob Elsey?
Yeah.
He was a good one.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Good guy, good player.
3rd down and 8 for Foley. Make it a long 8 just outside their own 21-yard line with 4:32 to play in the third quarter. Prattville with a commanding 27-zip lead. And here's White to pass, and White is going down again. He is team sacked in the backfield.
That was Will
and the ball came loose.
No, that was 32, Zach, again.
Ball came loose, and Prattville has recovered the fumble.
He got the sack and the fumble.
Wow.
He did.
What a play.
Saw the two. Good call.
Yeah, man. I made that same mistake earlier with him, and he's had an outstanding ball game too.
Prattville with yet another key opportunity to put this game away. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Had a drive start at the 29. This drive starts at the 10. Golden opportunity for Prattville, 4:14 to play in the third period. Prattville 27, Foley zip. Edwards breaks back onto the field and hands off to Kidd. Kidd around the right side, cuts it back in. He's inside the 6 to the 5-yard line. Good where he is stopped right there.
Boy, outstanding run right there by Kidd.
Tough yards in the middle. 3:58, 3:57 clock on the move in the third quarter. Prattville 2nd and goal from the 5.
You know, Trey may be setting something up here. He has not pulled very often on that read, so maybe that'll happen coming up here.
Edwards takes the snap.
There
and
it
this
is.
time he does pull it, looking for the corner, looking for the pylon, and he won't get there. Tripped up at the 4-yard line. Had some daylight there for a second, but the window closed quickly.
Yeah, outstanding speed by the Foley defense there. I didn't think they were going to get to him, but that is a secondary that is returning all 4 starters from last year, so got some speed out there in the secondary for Foley.
3rd and goal, Prattville from the Foley 4-yard line. We're going to put 3 receivers to the far side of the field here. Smith, Thompson, and Van Coor. 2 receivers to the near side. 5 receivers set here for Trey Edwards. Empty backfield. From the shotgun he goes. Play clock down to 1. Just does get it off and keeps this one and tripped up at the 6-yard line. No gain on the play. Actually a loss of 2 yards back to the 6. It's going to be 4th and goal. And again, Pirine comes on for the field goal. And this is a little disappointing here in the 3rd quarter, Chip. A chance to put it away and can't quite get there.
Yeah, we had a blown assignment. Demarion Johnson, that outstanding defensive end for Foley, just blew that play apart. Didn't have a chance, really.
This is a 25-yard attempt for Pirine. Van Coor to hold, Kramer to snap. 2:13 to play in the 3rd quarter. Snap and hold and kick is up. It's got the distance, and this time it has the accuracy. With 2:09 to play in the 3rd quarter, the Lions extend their lead over Foley 30-0. We're going to break away for 30 seconds. Lions football continues after these words.
All schools and nonprofits qualify for fundraising fun at Launch Trampoline Park in Prattville. Check out the party packages at launchprattville.com and on Facebook. Dunk like a pro and raise money for your church or school. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline. Go to launchprattville.com and find out about toddler time on Wednesday and Saturday, Launch Fitness on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the biggest blacklight party ever, Launch Ignite, every Friday night. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 2:09 to play in the 3rd quarter. Prattville 30, Foley 0. Tylen Pirine's 25-yard field goal. Tacks on 3 more, and he kicks it away here to the Foley return man, but they won't be returned as he kicks it out the back of the end zone. Touchback for Ty Pirine. Let's take it down to Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Guys, I just talked to Coach Eddie Brown, and I said, how many kids have y'all played on defense? He said he's been rolling 13 through, but he's fixing to roll in a bunch more.
I hear you.
So that's just D-line.
Just D-line.
13 different D linemen that have been in the ball game.
Man, I see one new right now as far as number 92 is lined up at nose guard. That is Keyshawn Lewis. Earlier, I saw at defensive end was 37, Ronnie Stoudemire.
1st and 10, Foley from their own 20-yard line. 2:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Prattville up big, 30-0. White looks to pass. Got a little bit of time. Looking downfield and now firing. And complete at the 30-yard line. The intended receiver was covered very well.
Here comes a
and
flag.
A late flag. They had abandoned the play and coming back to the huddle, and here comes a flag.
And he threw it from the 50 to the 32.
Ian Jackson had bottled up the receiver perfectly. Maybe a little too perfect. Now we're going to move it forward on a pass interference call.
Pass interference called against the Lions. 15-yard penalty.
That's too bad. 1st and 10 for Foley now at the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line. It's the biggest play Foley's had in the 2nd half. Here's White with 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Give this to the big man Casey, and he has stood up and popped. Is that Mason Taylor again?
It is. Man.
Mason Taylor takes him at the line of scrimmage, and he falls forward for a couple out to the 37.
You know what's funny is how we have guys making plays in a row. Like Mason Taylor dominated this 2nd half on defense. 1st half it was Rodney Thompson. Outstanding plays by this defense.
2nd and 4 for Foley here from their own 36-yard line. 1:20 to play in the 3rd. And here's a give around to Gideons. Their big play man, and no big plays this time as he is taken down for about a 5-yard loss. Pursued from the back and dropped.
Jacob Howard.
Jacob Howard.
Outstanding play right there. He just ran that one down, and we've seen that the speed that Gideon has, and Jacob Howard ran him down.
Jake Howard listed at 6'2", 210 pounds, a senior linebacker. Certainly is showing out tonight. So we go under a minute to play here in the third quarter. 3rd and 11 now for Foley. Back at their own 34-yard line. Prattville on cruise control right now. We're up 30-0 in the season opener here at Stanley Jensen Stadium. Opening game of the Caleb Ross era. And now a quick pitch out to the flats, and it's complete out to the big man Casey. And the ball comes loose. Ball is loose, and Prattville has recovered it.
Mason Taylor calls the fumble. See who got it. Quan Jones with the recovery, but golly, Mason Taylor.
Mason Taylor is a man possessed. Now he's making a strong case for
is.
Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. And Prattville once again takes over in Foley territory at their 38-yard line. 35 ticks left in the third quarter. Prattville up 30-0. Have managed 3 points this quarter despite playing the entire third quarter on the Foley side of the ball, the Foley half of the field.
Well, hopefully we can get something going here and get in the end zone here. No more field goals. Let's get 6.
Edwards drops the pass, looking deep, looking for Malik Smith. A little space, and this ball's intercepted at the 4-yard line, and out of bounds he goes. Left it a little short for Malik, and the safety came over, made a good play.
That's textbook right there, cover 2. You got a man underneath, and the safety was riding the hash, comes over, and just perfect. Just Trey underthrew that just a little bit, but great play.
He just got an earful, too.
Yeah.
That's one of those seniors you talked about, Jay Hawkins, making that interception, Chip. Yeah. Beautiful coverage.
That's textbook cover 2 right there, buddy. Covering that field. Good job.
All right, Foley once again deep in their own territory will start to drive. This time inside their own 5-yard line. 1st and 10 Foley from just inside their 5 with 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter. A very short-lived offensive drive for the Lions. And here is White from the shadows of his own goalpost, and play is stopped. Timeout called by Foley. And we'll take a timeout as well for 1 minute. 1 minute break coming up. When we come back, Prattville Lions football continues. You're listening to Prattville Lions football on Dixie Country.
Man, Chip, finally, we got an easy-go dealer.
Man, it's officially true. Prattville has it all.
Yeah, and it's not some just old fly-by-night operation or some dude selling golf carts under a shade tree. It's the real deal. Prattville Outdoors is a family business with 5 decades of service.
Let's go for a test drive.
That's a good idea.
Hey, man, I'm driving.
Why should you drive? I'm the voice. You're the sidekick.
Come see our new Easy Goes and all the other great outdoor stuff. Highway 82, west of Highway 14.
Why would you spend $50,000 on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 25 seconds to play here in the third quarter. And after the timeout called by Foley, Foley is staked to a 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line. Prattville up big, 30-0 here at the tail end of the third quarter. And White, from the shadow of his own goalpost, hands off to Armstrong. And Armstrong's going to get out to the 9-yard line and escape the goalpost shadows. But still very deep in Foley territory. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 from their own 10.
Zach Berner and also maybe Skylar Henderson came in to clean up there.
And that'll do it for the third quarter of play here at Kevin Turner Field, Stanley Jensen Stadium. We enter the fourth quarter of play with Prattville up 30-0. And before we get that started, we're going to take a 1-minute break and pay some more bills. You're listening to Prattville Lions football on Dixie Country.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, Get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
See the Bates family, Jared, Barbara, or Mickey at Clinton Tractor.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. Fourth quarter play about to get underway. Before we do, I want to let you know about the Prattville YMCA, the greatest nonprofit institution in all of Watauga County. Serving more than 80% of the population of Watauga County in some sort of way. The Prattville YMCA. Check them out online at prattvilleymca.org. A million ways to be involved. So much more than a gym. Don't forget, the Prattville YMCA is your place for all things. Just underway here in the fourth quarter play. 2nd and 5 from the 10 goes Foley. Here's a give to Armstrong up the middle, and he's going to get out to the 15 and move the chains for the lines of Foley. Got to caveat that.
Yep, a whole host of secondary and linebackers in on the tackle, but they just kind of got an opening there, and looks like we're going to be in trouble on this. We ain't going to get a guy off the field. Yeah, we got him.
1st and 10 for Foley from their own 15-yard line. And White, quick pitch out to the side, and it's going to go for no gain, maybe a loss of 1 on the play along that Foley boundary.
Skylar Henderson, it looks like, made that play. I'll tell you what, this secondary has just been solid. You know, I mean,
no mistakes tonight in the secondary.
Nobody's been beat deep. They've been in the hip pocket of every receiver, and they've come off, made tackles off screens and come off stock blocks. They've done an outstanding job.
2nd and 10 for Foley from the 15. And here's a give on the outside. And a first down for Foley across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Taken down along that Foley boundary.
Yeah, we had a missed tackle in the backfield for a loss. Cisneros comes up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Oh, Cisneros.
We've had quite a few of them, haven't we?
Yeah.
Cisneros.
Cisnero
how do you
and
say that?
Cisnera.
Cisnera.
And like Stathopoli. There's multiples.
Yeah.
We got an injured player along the Foley boundaries. They're tending to him. We'll let you know about the Riverbank here in Prattville. Riverbank, service runs deep.
I tell you what Riverbank can do is grill out hamburgers.
You're not kidding.
Anytime there's an event, I think it's Mike Lamar.
Mike Lamar, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
Classic. Give up the middle, nothing doing. That Prattville defensive front, 3rd, 4th, or 5th wave, just crushing that crushing the Foley running back for maybe a yard gain.
Looked like Willie Willis came in from his defensive end spot, made the ending tackle there with a host of other lines.
2nd down and 9 here for the Foley lines from their own 31-yard line. Rolling toward 10 minutes to play here in the ballgame. Prattville in control and substituting at will. They lead 30-0 over Foley here in the season opener. Now White puts 4 receivers to the far side. Quick pitch out into the flats. And stopped is Armstrong back at the 33-yard line. Nice open field tackle made by number 45 for Prattville. We've called his name a lot tonight. That's Cedric Daniels.
Yeah, Ian Jackson, also a young, good-looking free safety sophomore nephew of City Councilman Marcus
really?
Jackson. Yeah.
How about that?
6'3". Man, he is a good-looking safety prospect. Just a sophomore. Have to keep an eye on him.
Going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Already a good one. 3rd and 7 here for Foley at their own 33-yard line. 9.5 to play in the ball game. White with 4 receivers in the set, 2 to the other side, and quick throw incomplete. Intended for number 14. He lost his footing. Macaulay McNair did. And even if he had caught it, he would have paid a big price as Skylar Henderson was bearing down on him. Not Skylar, it's Quan Jones.
You know, you look at Ian Jackson. Tell me he don't look a lot like Boo Man Moncrief out there, and he's just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. Yeah, he's still got some growing to do, and he's already a pretty big kid.
Man, I'm telling you.
6'2", 190.
I got the opportunity to meet him out in the parking lot after the coaches show. last night. Outstanding young man, and he's got a bright future in football ahead of him.
Foley will punt this one away. They're backs against the wall here, 4th and 7 at their own 33-yard line. Malik Willis heels down at his own 35. Taylor is the punter for Foley. Takes the snap. It's a good snap and a good punt. Well, got it off. Takes a bounce at the Prattville 40 and goes down to the 38-yard line of Prattville where it stopped. 1st and 10 lines. Check that. It's at the 33-yard line. 9:04 to play in the ball game.
Well, I know Matt Malone, the offensive coordinator, and Coach Ross would really like to see us take this ball and drive it down the field and get in the end zone. I know they're a little frustrated in the second half because we just haven't produced like we need to. And, you know, I always say, what's the old saying about the first game? You make your most progress after the first game.
Between the first and second game.
Yep. Hopefully that'll happen because our offense has got to get a little better.
A lot of talent coming up on the schedule as Kramer drops back to pass. Incomplete. Intended for Malik Willis and just couldn't hold on to it.
Malik Willis plays for Auburn, I think.
What did I say? Malik Smith.
Hey,
Malik
you know how many
Smith.
times you're going to say that this year?
Now that you
Because I almost said it earlier in the game. That's why I caught you saying
we
it.
got a bunch of Willises.
That's right.
2nd down and 10 here for the Lions. 8:54 to play in the ball game. Prattville up 30-0 over the visiting Foley Lions, and Kyle Kramer loads up the shotgun once again. He's going to give it off to his running back, and that's Kidd. And Kidd's going to get stopped after about a 1-yard pickup, maybe 2, out to the 39-yard line.
Actually, it was 3.
That's 3, you're right.
Yeah.
Keyshawn McGee. Keyshawn McGee.
That's something we're going to have to keep an eye on this year because there's so many backs that we run in and out of there,
It is running back by committee right now.
Yeah, so we're going to have to keep on our toes there. I'm going to keep count how many Malik Willises you call this year. That's 1.
I appreciate you doing that. 3rd and 9. Here's Kramer loading the shotgun and passing complete out to number 17, McCrary. McCrary makes a man miss, and he gets flagged on the play down to the 38-yard line. I don't know what the flag is going to be.
It had to be some kind of
maybe a face mask.
Face mask. It has to be because I didn't see a blocker anywhere near.
The great catch and run by Jalen McCrary to get down into Foley territory. Down to the Foley 39, and we'll see what the ruling on the field is.
Oh, wow.
It is a holding call against the Lions.
I didn't see that.
Where he threw the flag, there was nobody but the receiver.
I know. I don't know. I didn't see that.
Maybe our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Johnny Burnett, can get further analysis.
It was a block in the back, Taylor Thompson.
Okay.
Well, there you have it.
Happened a little bit away from the play.
End of story. It is a first down regardless. It's 1st down and 10 for the Lions instead of at the Foley 38 at the Prattville 47. And Kramer's going to give it off to Kidd again, who will get back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more than that. McGee.
Yes.
Keyshawn McGee. Keyshawn McGee listed at 5'10", 170 pounds. 7:45 to go in regulation. Clanton Tractor and Equipment Company, Central Alabama's #1 Kubota dealer since 1988. Tractor's the orange way, the Kubota way. Kramer now gives off to his running back number 21, Willis. Willis got some room across the 40, 35, 30, and out of bounds right there at the Foley 31-yard line. That's number 21, Jakarian Willis.
Yeah, he's one of the guys they talked about that they really expect some good things out of him. I believe he's only a sophomore.
He is a 10th grader, yes, sir.
10th grader, yeah. We've got some scores coming up we'll announce after this next play.
1st and 10 lines at the Foley 32-yard line. 7:23 to play in regulation. And Willis is going to get the call again. Cuts it back inside and back to the outside. Shifty moving.
Wow.
He gets through the pile down to the 25-yard line. He was dead to rights back at the 30 and scored it ahead to the 25-yard line. And that just tells you why they like this kid.
Yeah, I think you saw right there what the coach is seeing there. We got some scores. Stanhope up 26-0 over Chilton County in the third. We took up 21-7 over Fairhope in the third.
2nd and 4 here for Prattville at the Foley 26-yard line, and Willis gets the call again, and he's going to rumble for what appears to be a first down at the 21-yard line.
A couple more. Auburn 42, Wilcox Central 0, Baldwin County 10, Murphy 7, McGill 34-13 over Spanish Fort.
1st and 10 Prattville lines at the Foley 22-yard line, 6:39 to play in the game. And here again, Willis gets the carry, and he gets to the outside, cuts it back in to the 18-yard line, where he goes down along the Prattville boundary. Like he ran into his own man right there. Isaiah Causey blocked into him.
Willis.
6:17 clock on the move. 2nd and 7 for Prattville from the Foley 19-yard line. Kyle Kramer from the shotgun hands off to number 25. That's Briggs. Briggs rumbling through the middle across the 10 to the 7-yard line. Number 25, Brandon Briggs, the junior running back listed at 5'10", 180. Another one of the running backs by committee here for Prattville this year. And now the officials are going to call a heat timeout with 6:01 to play in the ball game. Prattville up 30-0. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Lions football continues after these words.
And you totally redesigned 2019 Ram 1500. Beautiful new truck, rides like a dream. I have Laramies, I have Bighorns, I have Limiteds. Most have the Hemi V8s, 395 horsepower. Super nice vehicles. Come see Bobby Lowe here at Brubaker Prattville.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at BrubakerPrattville.com.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 1st and goal from the 7. And here's a give to Briggs again across the 5. Rumbling toward the end zone, and he's in. Number 25, Brandon Briggs, takes it across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville, with 5:46 to play in the ball game. This one has been put on ice as the Lions lead now 36-0 over the Foley Lions.
Man, this outstanding job right there, and I know that makes the coaches, gives them a little bit of confidence of say, hey guys, we can drive it down the field and put this in. Looks like we're going to call a timeout here.
And how about these two running backs, Brandon Briggs, Jakarian Willis, really put this drive on their shoulders, and it was run, and no answer for them. Let's go down to Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Man, y'all always catch me when I'm texting.
That's most of the time, though.
Yeah.
It's easy to catch you doing that.
Y'all don't answer any text that y'all get up there, and so they all send me the questions.
We're working, man.
I know. Hey, a tale of two different offenses, wasn't it?
I'm telling you.
How about these young guys that coming in here, and that was a great touchdown run right there. Stayed behind his blocker till he saw his little crease, and then he dove right on in there. But
yes, he did.
Yeah. Hey, to answer your question, though.
Hey. Go ahead and answer it.
About where we're eating tonight.
Oh, yeah, folks. We want you to know. Lion Nation, Los Mayas Restaurant, right there next to Winn-Dixie, is staying open late tonight just for us.
And for those who don't know what that is, it's a Mexican restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So,
which, if you don't speak Spanish, Los Mayas is Spanish for the Mayas.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I really didn't want to say this, but tonight is Milser bobblehead night. Y'all didn't know that. I've got them down here.
Good Lord.
First 50 in the door, get a Milser bobblehead. P. Ryan for the point after. And it's up and good. 5:46 to play in the ballgame. Prattville extends their lead 37-0 over Foley. We'll take a 30-second break and come right back. Lions football continues after these words.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
I'm Donnie Burnett, Athletic Director and Head Football Coach at Prattville Junior High School and the Sideline Reporter for the Prattville Lions Network. I'm here with my friend Mike McBride at AutoSave Tire and Automotive. Mike, you got a special to tell us about.
Yes, sir. Kicking off this year, we're going to offer all Watauga County Board of Education employees a 10% off card to be delivered by next Monday so that they'll be able to come in and save 10% on any service that we offer.
AutoSave Tire and Automotives, 3 locations, Prattville, Wetumpka, and Montgomery. AutoSaveTire.net.
William Smith of Smith Tree Service is listening to us from Fort Payne, Alabama with his wife. They're up there tuned in to the YouTube channel, Prattville Live. We thank you for listening and thank you for supporting the Prattville Lions program. Also want to let you know that the most valuable play of that last scoring drive was a 5-yard run by Brandon Briggs. Put it in the end zone, Sport Clips. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. In front of Target on Legends Parkway. Ask for the MVP treatment.
We got to start thinking about player of the game here.
Yes, we do. Indeed, we do. 1st and 10, Foley from their own 20-yard line with a large mountain to climb and a short time to do it. White, shotgun snap, gives up to Casey. Casey hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. He may actually have lost a yard, met by Mr. Rodney Thompson. I believe it's Rodney Thompson. Yes, indeed. Rodney Thompson.
All right, just had 2 more defensive linemen check into the game that haven't been in the game.
Yeah, 78.
78's R.J. Meyer and 30. I missed the number. What was it, 39?
39, I believe, yes.
Jesse Taggart. 2nd and 10, Foley from their own 20-yard line. White from the shotgun once again is going to give it up to the big man, Casey, and he gets ahead just a little bit out to the 24-yard line. 4-yard pickup on the play. Burner once again with the stop from his middle linebacker position. 3rd and 5 now for Foley from their own 25-yard line as the clock continues to run. Under now 4:50 to play.
I think on a night like this, it's got to belong to a defensive player.
No doubt.
I got 2 in mind. I'm going to reveal those after this play here.
You can't give it to all of them because they ain't got enough haircut certificates.
Yeah.
Casey gets the carry again, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain. In fact, he's going to lose a yard. 4th and 6 coming up after that big stop on the big man, Casey. And give 99. Or was that 95?
99 and 78.
Kyrie Davis and R.J. Meyer teamed up on that stop.
Yeah, Brandon Butts first half dominated on defense. Got the big play that really got the momentum going. And then you got a second half, you got Mason Taylor had the big fumble, calls fumble. So you got to think about those 2 guys. But since the momentum kind of switched really tough on that block field goal, I'm going to have to give it to Brandon Butts.
Foley gets ready to punt this one away, and they do get it away. This time is a pretty nice punt out to the 45-yard line, but takes a nice Prattville hop back to the 41 and comes to rest at the 42 of Foley. So Prattville takes over with 3:32 left in the ball game at the Foley 42-yard line. And I agree with you, Chip. I think Brandon Butts was the game changer in this one today.
Yeah. How about you, Donnie? Donnie's texting.
Yeah.
Donnie's not texting.
Oh.
Donnie's reading text.
What's the difference? That's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Jeez, man.
It's the same thing.
I love Brandon Butts. He's a great kid.
Yeah, but
you're
going to say somebody else.
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Somebody's always got to be different.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Lions from the Foley 42. Kramer from the number 13, new quarterback in the game. It gives off to Willis, and Willis has got open field 30, 25-20, turns on the Jets. Look at the speed.
Wow.
Look at the speed from Willis. And Willis takes it inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line. It's number 13, Will Trawick at quarterback.
I changed my vote to Willis for MVP.
Jaquarian Willis.
Yeah.
Just one of the 6 of them.
Yeah.
I give mine to Malik Willis tonight, player of the game.
You know, I tried to correct you earlier, but you told me, no, that's Malik Willis. And I was like, okay.
You guys live for that.
We're going to hear that all. I almost said it once, so it's going to
That's
happen.
okay.
I'm just going to own it. It is Malik Willis from here on out. First and goal from the 5. Go to the Prattville lines, looking to tack on some more, and Trawick fumbles the ball. And Foley, does Foley recover it? No, Prattville falls back on it.
Looked like a bad snap there for Trawick.
Hey,
Juice has got to be flowing on Trawick right now.
I am really impressed with this group of linemen that we have in there right now.
That's a big bunch in there right now.
I thought you said we couldn't give MVP to a lot of people.
Big bunch of sophomores.
Second and goal for Prattville from the 10-yard line, and Trawick in trouble on a mishandled exchange there, in dire need of some help, and goes down to the 20-yard line. It'll be third and goal from the 20.
All right, Donnie, start talking. So you ain't going to pick Brandon Butts.
No, I said I like Brandon Butts.
Oh.
But I wanted to give it to all of them, but then I got to thinking.
Well, you told us we couldn't do that.
Many
Yeah.
MVP treatments that we could pass out.
And you got to think about Rodney Thompson, too, early in the game.
That's
He was
Man, Rodney
dominant.
Thompson played great.
Yeah.
Mason Taylor played great.
Zach Bruner played great.
I got to go with the senior Brandon Butts.
Yep, there you go.
Third and goal from the 20. Willis gets the call, and he's going to get dropped at the 19-yard line.
Well, Trawick has got to be a little nervous right now.
Well, he's just a sophomore out there right now, with his first reps as a varsity quarterback, 5'10", 170 pounds.
He missed his entire 8th grade season, and he tried to tackle an oak tree on a four-wheeler, and
That's never good.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that.
Man, that was a heartbreaker because that kid was phenomenal in the summertime in 7-on-7, and then talk about scrambling when your quarterback goes down on Sunday before your first game on Thursday.
Fourth and goal from the 20, and the Lions are going to hand it off to Briggs, but a little motion on the play.
Long snap count.
Yep. 44 seconds left. This game is all over, but for the shouting. 37-0 Prattville on top over Foley. And your Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game, have we decided?
I believe it is number 7.
Number 7, Brandon Butts, is our inaugural 2018 Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game. Got a nice plaque and a Sport Clips MVP treatment coming his way Thursday at the coaches show at Los Mayas. Low snap, Trawick picks it up and runs for his life and goes down back at the 29-yard line, and that'll do it, folks. Foley will take over with 21 seconds left, trailing 37-zip. And boy, you gotta love the way the Coach Ross era has begun here in Prattville tonight.
No doubt about it. You can almost say the J.B. Wallace era too.
You could.
With a shutout. Well, actually, it was a shutout, but they scored 9 points.
That's true.
Defense, so pretty dang good for first game.
I think
Proud
we'll
of
take
these
it.
guys.
We'll take it.
Definitely see,
There's lots of room to grow.
Yeah, definitely see that, and I think we'll see that throughout the year. But when you got a defense that plays salty like this, you got a chance in every game.
Yes, you do. As handoff goes to number 1, Adrian Prim of Foley, and that'll be the last play of the ball game. Down to 9 seconds, and they won't stop it again. That's it, folks. This game is over, and Prattville kicks off the 2018 campaign with a thrashing of Foley, 37-0. A great way to start the Coach Caleb Ross era. Pitching a shutout. Congratulations to J.B. Wallace and his defense for racking up a shutout on opening night. Congratulations to Coach Caleb Ross and the entire staff and the entire program here at Prattville High School. All 106 addressed out tonight. They carry a 37-0 win home to start the season. And next week, we go on the road against Stanhope, and it doesn't get any easier from here. We're going to step aside for 4 minutes. When we come back, we'll break it down. We'll have a conversation with Coach Ross, and we'll talk about next week. Prattville Lions football continues right after these words.
Hi, I'm Rob Smith with Brubaker of Prattville. Come on out today and see the all-new Wrangler JL. It's the most capable Wrangler ever, the most technologically advanced Wrangler ever, and the most aerodynamic Wrangler ever. Whether it's a 2-door, 4-door, Sahara, Sport, or Rubicon, come see us today at Brubaker of Prattville.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at brubakerofprattville.com.
only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player. And you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4. With handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
All schools and nonprofits qualify for fundraising fun at Launch Trampoline Park in Prattville. Check out the party packages at launchprattville.com and on Facebook. Dunk like a pro and raise money for your church or school. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline. Go to launchprattville.com and find out about toddler time on Wednesday and Saturday, Launch Fitness on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the biggest blacklight party ever, Launch Ignite, every Friday night. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
Man, Chip, finally, we got an easy-go dealer.
Man, it's officially true. Prattville has it all.
Yeah, and it's not some just old fly-by-night operation or some dude selling golf carts under a shade tree. It's the real deal. Prattville Outdoors is a family business with 5 decades of service.
Let's go for a test drive.
That's a good idea.
Hey, man, I'm
come
driving.
on. Why should you drive? I'm the voice, you're the sidekick.
Come see our new Easy Goes and all the other great outdoor stuff. Highway 82, west of Highway 14.
Why would you spend 50 grand on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
Take it away with Coach Caleb Ross.
Coach Ross, congratulations on 37-0 win tonight. I know you said at halftime you were not happy. Most coaches would be happy having a lead going in at halftime, but I'm going to say right now your defense, I thought, played an outstanding ball game.
They did. You know, here's a big perspective. First win, first game back at Prattville. I couldn't be more pleased, man. Our boys are focused. We had a lot of good plays. We won the ball game, okay? Won the ball game. The perfectionist in me, the coach in me, there's a lot of things that we got to fix. And I'm wise enough to know that you can't play the way we did against later opponents down the year. But proud, man, what a night. Look at the crowd, the environment. Man, what a night to be a Prattville Lion. That's all I can say. What a night to be a Prattville Lion.
You're exactly right. My phone was blowing up. People are watching on the YouTube channel all over the place. We get shout-outs from Alaska, Mobile, Arkansas. I mean, it's great. A lot of folks are excited about it. The crowd, the stands were packed. And so it's great. I know you got a lot to work on. Tell me about next week.
Well, we play Stanhope, and they've got a lot of returners. It's a rival game. You go into Stanhope, that is always a hard place to play. It don't matter if it's 1996, 2006, 2018. It's a hard place to play. It's gonna be a great environment too. They're gonna be packed. It's gonna be rowdy. But you know what? Well, our boys will go compete. I was proud. They were ready tonight. And I'll say this: a little bit of a surreal moment. I got here earlier, and my dad's here, and he's a Talbot County grad, 67. I'm a 97 grad, and just have a moment with him. Never knew how much it meant to me to see him here, just being the head coach here. So it really was a special moment.
Coach, that is great. I want to let you go. There's folks waiting here to talk to you. Congratulations on your win, and we'll see you next week. All right, guys.
Great job and great thoughts right there by Coach Ross.
I'm telling you, you can just feel the passion that he has for this program and this place, and his voice and his attitude toward the way he approaches the game. The coaching search that we had this past year, there was over 80 applicants, and he was just head and shoulders above any other applicant. And we are just blessed to have him as our head coach, and his leadership showed tonight with his staff and the players he's put together here. A 37-0 win over a 7A power from down south in Mobile, at the Mobile Foley area. Just couldn't be prouder of what they've done tonight. But hey, you got to turn the page and look to next week. Like you said, big rival coming up at Stanhope. It doesn't matter what kind of team you have or what kind of team they have. That's a tough place to play.
No doubt about it. You think about that 2008 state championship team that was behind, and Egan hits that 50-something yard field goal to get the momentum swinging back, and we barely won that game. We ended up winning the state and that year. So Stanhope has always got speed and quickness. They're going to be as fast and quick as we are. We got to have a good week of practice, like Coach Ross said, and be prepared for that.
And if you look out, he mentioned the crowd tonight. These stands were full
Yeah.
all the way around. Even in the end zone bleachers were full. And right now, if you look out on the field is just littered with people right now that are patting these kids on the back, giving hugs, taking pictures. He said it best. Coach Ross said it best. What a night to be a Prattville Lion.
Yeah.
The whole motto through summer and through fall workouts has been restore the roar. And you got to feel like we took a big step toward doing that tonight.
There ain't no doubt about that. And it's, what you wanted to get out of tonight is just to win. We had a dominant win and dominant performance on defense. And I tell you what, there really wasn't a flaw on defense.
No.
There was no breakdowns. I think we had one breakdown on a little swing pass. The linebacker didn't run out with the running back when he went in motion, and that was a younger guy, one of the subs that had come in. And, of course, the coaches brought him off the field and got on to him, and I'm sure he'll remember that next time. But other than that, it was just solid. I can't speak enough about that defense.
Absolutely. The defense, we said, would be the rock of this squad this year, and they showed that tonight. It may be it's kind of a throwback to the early Clark era days where the offense didn't have to score a whole lot of points and didn't score a whole lot of points, but won a whole lot of ball games.
Yeah.
Because the defense wasn't going to allow you to have a whole lot. Well, listen, we're going to wrap this thing up. We're going to head to Los Mayas Restaurant. Post-game party at Los Mayas. We encourage everybody listening, everybody in the stadium within earshot of us. Come on out to Los Mayas. Show your support for the Lions. These kids have earned it. They've busted their tails, and now the product is on the field, and it's going to be a great season. Next Friday, we will be on location at Stanhope Elmore High School in Millbrook, Alabama, as we cross over the interstate to do battle with our cross-county rivals, the Stanhope Elmore Mustangs. We'll be live at 6:45. The broadcast starts up at 6 o'clock, and you can hear it all right here on Dixie Country 100.1 FM and on the Prattville Live YouTube channel. So make sure you're there with us. And come to Los Mayas tonight and Thursday for the Coach Caleb Ross Show at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday. So, Prattville wins tonight 37-0 over Foley, 1-0 on the very young 2018 season. For Stacy Mills, for the Prattville High School media team, for Chip Powell, for sideline reporter Donnie Burnett, I'm Will Barrett saying good night, God bless, and go Lions.